Okay, welcome to the Rwby crew commentary. I'm Daniel Fabello. I'm one of the editors and the sound designer on the show. Who else is with me here?
I'm Patrick Rodriguez. I am an assistant art director, and I do some voice stuff on the show.
I'm Jeff Yon. I am the technical director and do some compositing.
My name is Gray. I do stuff.
Sorry.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Shh. This guy. Best character in the whole series.
Oh man, I wish I'd known we were going to use him over and over and over again when we built him.
Just the best character. Like, I should get an Oscar for that voice role, because
I don't want to know the mystery
right
yet.
now.
Like, is it the same guy? Does he have brothers? Are there clones?
I know those eyebrows still give me nightmares.
There are plans. I feel like
Those are
everybody-
magnificent eyebrows. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
Everybody has their different version of how to use the shopkeeper.
Yeah, Ruby's very own cabbage guy.
And I gotta say, I love recording Patrick, just like, because we have to find different ways.
So let me, was that a new recording this year, or did you just recycle
you put me in the
clips
booth
from
again.
Volume 1? Okay,
Yeah,
no, just
so
making
the
sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, for the same noises as last season.
Well, there's very
He pulled me
subtle
in for it.
nuances involved here.
We need
And-
to slide down slightly.
Show confusion this time.
This summer he just fell, so you got to kind of work that in with some of his responses.
It's a
His-
huge
his
backstory
current
we've written
emotional
for
state.
him and everything like that. Yeah.
Man, these shadows look so cool.
Well, interesting thing, but we should talk about the lighting. Interesting thing about this whole first sequence, we originally had it with music, and we decided to go against it.
Yeah,
well,
we
had
just
some
let the sound design sort of just breathe for a while.
Yeah, and
just
I
soak in the
remember
world.
Carrie and Miles were really like, "Oh no, let's just."
Well,
let's
we also
no
had a
music,
debate
no, no."
about, did we want to? So the audiences, other than just getting a glimpse of Mercury and Emerald at the last shot of Volume 1, they don't really know a ton about them yet. So we didn't want to betray anything through the music. It's like, well, you don't want to go villainous yet with it, at least until you start seeing what they're up to here in the bookshop. But we also didn't want to go just sort of happy. It's the Vital Festival sort of.
Right.
So yeah, screw it. We're just city life.
I think that's really good for sort of just establishing the environment as is.
No, it
Well, I mean,
hit the
so much
tone
of the environment is established through the sound design in this show. It just brings so much more life to it, courtesy of Mr. Fabello. And we just kind of thought that we just kind of were establishing just how much more alive and vibrant we wanted the city to feel in Volume 2. So
We emphasized Walla and backgrounds a lot,
Yeah.
just to imply that even in this scene, you can hear the background of the
all
city.
the stuff outside the window, yeah.
All the stuff outside the window until.
I love the sirens that start to kick in here just a little bit, just to kind of hint that bad things happen
that
in
was
this
on
town.
purpose.
I love what Carrie did with the lighting in this scene. I mean,
Yeah,
this
it's
was
really
one of
good.
the first sets, probably the first set we tried to light, and we did not know how to use the lights quite yet in the software we were using. So
Yeah, it's a combination of Carrie did all the God rays that you're seeing right here. That's what we like to call them, the Jesus lighting. Carrie did just a really, really amazing job of all the glow and bloom and whatnot coming off the windows, and then kind of combination of that, and then we just kind of decided to really embrace cinematic color timing this year. We started to play with it just a little bit at the end of Volume 1 last year, and then this time just kind of went crazy with trying to add more looks to the whole thing.
And Patrick, did you design? What did you design?
I designed half of Emerald because she needed a pants redesign, so I
Upper half
redesigned
or
her
the
pants.
lower half?
I was thinking
And
left
so
or right.
I did that. But speaking of which, Tucson, I designed him.
Yeah,
and I was
how many
really-
iterations or how many hair color changes did we go through?
There was like
now?
5 color changes, but I picked, like, when Carrie and Miles told me who he was, I was really excited because I was like, oh, he's gonna have like just regular claws in his hands, but he's gonna look all like cool and badass.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is gonna be a great character. So I put a lot of time into him, and then I found out what they fucking did to him.
Yes. What if Hugh Jackman played Sabretooth?
Yeah,
It makes
and
you
I was
feel
like,
better. I think we had 3 rigs just to pull off that tiny sequence.
Yeah, but it's a good sequence,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
It's amazing how much work went into
And
it.
Jeff, can you talk about the lighting in the cafeteria? It's really great.
Oh well, thanks. I mean, it was just really they had already established the God rays there that's modeled out. So it was really just sort of accenting that by adding some more spotlights through the windows to try and make it feel like the sun was actually coming in, and then just bouncing shadows around so it would feel like a big Gothic hall. I spent a lot of time looking at cathedrals trying to figure out how to light this one.
It's kind of funny when I heard about how many commentary tracks we were going to go for this year. I was like, really, can we fill that much time? But as these things are going by, I'm like, oh, I want to talk about that scene too. And oh, shoot, we're already on the
yeah,
next
no,
one
there's
there.
things that are passing around. I'm
Yeah,
just
so
like, wait,
we're
what about that? Oh, fuck.
Okay, so this is I guess with the exception of the Veil exterior, this is the first interior set that we've revisited from Volume 1. So I don't know, Patrick,
Yeah.
if you want to talk about like the palette and gradient changes and stuff that we did. For
I
the look
mean,
of the show.
sure. We had another concept artist. Well, actually, the art director, Christina. She was. We really wanted to tone up the way each setting looked and stuff like that. So we wanted to get like a base color. So for inside of Beacon and stuff, it's a lot of blues and a lot of cool colors and stuff like that. So luckily, the concept art really had a good translation.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. I think in Volume 1, there were some of these locations had been concepted out, but the creative process being what it is, by the time it hit the screen, it deviated quite a bit. So it was one of our major efforts this year was to make sure that what finally appeared on the screen was much truer to the original concept design, both in terms of look, detail of the architecture, and colors and whatnot.
I think colors, light. I mean, around the board, we all really took a look at the concepts this year.
And genre.
That was interesting to have to like figure out. Just the sound of like,
great.
because I always go, I bother Carrie so much with like, so what do you want to hear through that window, or what do you want to hear here? What do you want? And he's often just like, well, let's figure out what it's gonna sound like on the glass and all this, and
Also,
then. Oh, the food fight.
or the fight that happens to use food, as a lot of people are calling it.
Yeah.
It's true. Oh, by the way, so that milk carton, it's a combination of liquid and a fart sound.
Yes.
I wanted to go a little cartoony there.
You recording your own sound design there, or
No, well that one, yeah. Just get in the booth, lower the mic. But there's a lot of liquid textures with the watermelons and things like that.
I gotta say, Beacon has an unusual amount of whole turkeys and watermelons. It just at its disposal.
Voracious
for
appetites
lunch.
while they're fighting.
I remember hearing about this first sequence from you guys and thinking, oh, this is a wonderful idea. I love it. And then as I started to get the first play blast, being just like overwhelmed with, how am I gonna do this?
Yeah.
And bread. What does bread sound like? So I used wood for everybody who's
Very,
wondering.
very hard bread.
It conveys stale bread quite well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, I'm so blown away by these trees in the background. We just overhauled them so much. They really take a long time to render, but they look amazing compared to last season's, I think.
Sorry, right
That
now.
sort of ice cream scoop leaf thing that we had going on.
That's one of my favorite sounds of this first.
So every sound effect that's playing right now, I'm just imagining it as a fart sound each time. And so I'm just entertaining myself at this point.
Yeah. And shout out to Lyman over at Stuck On. He's our mix engineer. So many hours being Daniel over there at his setup, making sure that the level and location of each sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun to go in there
Yeah.
and just be like very specific, because he does a great job. And then we kind of go in there and we just like nitpick about certain things. And sometimes it's just footsteps. We talk a lot about footsteps. And we're like, oh no, that one needs to read. Those you don't have to worry about so much. This hit needs more impact and just like all those kind of things. And he's really good at telegraphing certain moments.
Yeah, I've worked with Lyman before on some other local feature films and so forth, and it's, I think, taking a full-on live-action cinematic approach to the sound design. But you know, people talk about even though it's just a cartoon or what have you, it's what brings the whole thing alive. So.
Yeah.
I think those subtleties really come across when you're watching the show. Especially, it's interesting you talk about the footsteps. With the amount of crowds we have in this season, I'm sure that comes quite into play.
It does. I mean, sometimes I'll use other sound effects to like, I'll cheat sometimes. We all have to cheat to get, so like you won't hear everything, but sometimes you need those key ones that people are going to latch on to. And
one of the things I've loved this season that we've been doing, I think we might have done it last season, but not quite so much, is the secondary and tertiary characters talking in the background, just having idle conversation.
Well, it's just the fact that you can see them. I wanted to get you talking in a minute about what it's taken this year to have actual real crowds with textures and so forth. Real quick, yeah. So, Dan, what did you wind up going with here in a second for the sound effect? This is a big back and forth about the sound right here.
the splats.
The peeling off the wall.
Oh,
because the whole time I kept calling, it's like, nah, it's too thin. It sounds like, raw chicken breasts just peeling off of whatever. What did you go with? That was my reaction.
Raw
I'm saying.
chicken breast.
well,
It just sounds like meat or something.
Yeah, and I wish that I could tell you like the specific sound that I use, but I often use sound libraries that we have, and we've bought a few professional ones, or we've licensed a few, and that in particular was like a fruit peeling kind of like wet peel sound, and so I just layered those. And I know that we went back and forth about like, oh well, the timing. It's just so funny what we go back and forth about, like the timing of the splats and all these different things.
Yeah.
And it's important, and I always welcome those little moments. But yeah, at some point when we get to a crowd scene, we should talk about the crowds and the walla that we do. But
oh, this was so much. I love lighting this scene.
This is a great scene. What did it take to? And you guys color correct a lot of this too.
Yeah,
Yes, a lot of people. This set also appeared differently in the trailer. In the trailer, we were going for something where just to, so many shots are going by so quickly. For any given mood or location, push the colors in a way that we weren't going to really do for the show, but just so that things flashing by so quickly in the trailer would make sense. But now we were able to kind of treat this one a little more nighttime realistically. So lots of blues and playing with the shadows and the mid-range, and
It's funny.
fun with vignettes and
Yeah,
diffusion. And,
yeah.
You can barely see it, but I think there's maybe 50 lights in there, and because it's got these little tiny headlamps in there,
Oh, no kidding.
all up against the ceiling, and then of course the moonlight coming through.
What? Pat, and Cinder's entrance is really nice. I really shout out to Jeff Williams. He came up with certain sounds specific to Cinder for her theme, like because we like to work in motifs and theme for the music, and he had this weird. I mean, it's this odd like ringing,
hissy sort of thing.
Yeah, and we all listened to it. We're like, that's really nice. It's kind of sinister and cold, and so we really.
She has a
enjoyed that.
lot of presence. I think those elements really add to that.
Yeah. So that's a nice job here.
Somebody in trouble.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, go on.
Won't happen again.
Torchwick, how do you feel? Is there any difference between this year and last year performing Torchwick, or has he loosened up a bit? Has he become more stern?
No. It's I'd say we finally kind of found the voice for him. He's loosened up a lot more, and he can't go full-on serious villain. We have to leave some room for the other bad guy characters. I think some of his sense of humor is starting to come through.
He's also kind of I don't want to say he's like.
He's a dick.
He's not perfect. He's not like the perfect villain. He's kind of goofy. He makes mistakes.
He's kind of boyish, really.
Yeah.
Especially with his interactions with Cinder here. I mean, he's like a little kid being chastised.
Hello,
But I like that about him. I like the fact. Well, I mean, God, we've got this elaborate backstory worked out now. Where, like when I first started trying to find the voice for the part before we even started recording, I was going like really. I wanted to go with young Michael Caine or Malcolm McDowell, not only because of the Clockwork Orange sort of inspiration for the design, but just because as soon as you tell me, well, he's sort of a gentleman thief type, well, then that's kind of where I instantly want to take it. But they had this whole more rough and tumble background for him. Yeah,
Okay. No, that's okay.
So,
Pretty.
yeah, this shot was so much fun to render. We had to do a straight shot right through it. Monty redesigned the entire set this season.
Yeah, I was so sorry. I was the one who pitched the idea for this shot, and then it wound up being such a pain in the ass to deal with.
You know what? I mean, now that we got it working, it's pretty pretty.
Oh no, I'm glad we did
I
it.
think
It
it's
turned
what-
out
it's,
great.
Yeah, in your defense, it's a good shot.
But poor Dustin. I don't know how many iterations, how many notes we kept throwing back at him regarding getting the camera moved just right.
Well, and then what
Thank
Carrie
you,
did,
Dustin.
zooming into the tower there and painting that in by hand because the bottom was not there.
Mm-hmm.
He
yeah,
hit it
it's
really
two
cleverly.
parts, right?
Yeah,
The tower's two
Yeah.
pieces.
it was literally two
Yeah,
shots. Piece
technically
to one.
three. We have two versions of the exterior and then the interior. None of them are mated together.
Yeah, and they're making a lot of mats. I remember for him.
Yeah, so that's why we had the cloud
Oh,
transition. was to
these
hide
gears
them.
were so much fun to rig.
Ironwood. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
I made
got a
Ironwood.
lot of
Patrick,
time about that scene. Go. Talk about
Ironwood
the
was
design.
really fun to draw. So there's, oh man, I can't say that about him.
What's the
So Ironwood has like two different like kind of modes to him too. He has like a battle mode, and he has his like more casual mode. Right now, you're seeing a bit more casual one.
Yeah, he's got an extra harness and holsters and stuff.
But he does have more. Yeah, he has more buckles and belts. But no, he was super fun to try and figure out as well because they gave me an old gruff character, but still fresh in the military, of course. So he's still battle ready and stuff like that. So finding that comfortable spot between really old and really young.
I like what you did with the collar and his uniform. Like it just screams just that he's like
Uppity.
uppity and like he follows a code.
Yeah, no, he's very clean cut.
Yeah, it screams that he follows a code.
Oh yeah,
which is great. You learn a lot about him just by looking at him.
I think one of the only notes I got in the end was Carrie said you should put a metal piece right above his eyebrow, and there was no context to it when he gave it to me. He was just like, just put a metal piece above his eyebrow. I was like, all right, cool, I guess, sure.
I gotta say, so we should talk about the rigging, and just all these gears. But like the sound for this room was my thing for this episode, where I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And what I ended up doing was going minimalistic and just slowing down clocks and things like that, because if I did any more, it would overwhelm the audience.
Right, you just go like tick, 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 tick.
Exactly.
It's basically exactly as I imagined the sound would be when I was putting together the motion for it. So, I mean, I think it really works out well together. I'm just happy those shadows worked on the floor. I was really nervous about that. We had never done shadows with Poser before in that regard, with so many moving pieces. So it really turned out well.
Oh, yeah.
I love how the library turned out.
I was about to say, can we talk about the magnificent lighting that Jeff did for the library?
Oh, my goodness.
It looks beautiful.
Thank
We
you.
get a first establishing shot of it, and the first time I saw it in the show, I was like, holy shit, that looks amazing.
I had to relight it like 3 times because at first we just built the one little section that the girls were going to be hanging out in, and then we realized that we were going to expand the scene and do multiple sequences in there at different places. So we had to expand the lighting and adjust everything, and it's really been fun to see it flesh out.
Yeah, again, I think lighting and during
Extreme
development and then comping and color just all really synced up well together this year.
This scene was interesting to try and find the balance between the Foley and the cartoony aspect of it.
Sorry, what's Foley?
What?
What's Foley?
Foley's just the movement of the characters.
Oh, okay.
What they
So
touch.
cloth rustle, footfalls, use like source sounds that would appear right in front of camera.
Yeah, yeah, and there's a lot of cartoony stuff in here, so you have to kind of and the music, the music has to accent that, and we're always trying to balance it, because this show is realistic at times, but then you have this Dexter, sound when Yang enters, and it's a really fun scene, and I like the aspect of this board game.
I love seeing all the comments going by when the bootleg that showed up over on one of the Chinese video sites, and all their comments were, "What? They're doing the crying waterfall. I can't believe a 3D show is going for the crying waterfall. It's going horizontal." We apparently broke some brains over there.
I think Dustin and I ended up banging our heads against the walls pretty hard on this whole sequence.
Dustin did a great job.
So many different characters and having to have a lot of specialized rigs. Like all the books had to be rigged.
And I know that when we were editing or re-editing this scene, because this scene is pretty much how we edited it from the beginning, but there were a few spots where we needed to add time or take away time, and he was just like, you guys gotta stop. Gotta stop.
It was brutal. I mean, I think most of these characters have 2 or 3 versions of themselves in this scene, so we can have multiple effects on them.
That said, it really works, though.
It really does. It's just a lot of really clever constraining and grouping things together.
Later we got to get Carrie and Miles talking about the game, because it wound up being such a mishmash of like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Risk and 3 other things. And
I don't think you even...
They kind of have a rule set it in mind. I wouldn't, people keep asking us, are you ever going to turn this into a real game?
What's fun is all of those little pieces are fully rigged characters that have just been painted pewter.
Oh yeah, those are all those are just the actual grail pros.
Yeah, all we did was scale the models down, and then Jeff came over to me one day. He was just like, "What am I doing with these?" And I was just like, "Just paint them gray, and it's a piece."
Yeah, they are fully animatable. So if we ever want to do a Wizard's Chess version of it,
Jesus.
Oh, so this is reminding me. We should talk about how we storyboarded this year, because a lot of, especially these scenes in the next one, are really close to how we storyboarded them.
Yeah. So
And so how did you do that, Gray?
year after year, working on post on RVB and then Ruby last year,
I'll see you guys later.
we kept lamenting the fact that we didn't have enough time to do proper, like, virtual camera department. So we promised ourselves that starting with, oh, by the way, I thought it was a cool idea Daniel had here to actually, in the sound design, instead of just suddenly panning the camera over and seeing Blake being lonely, it's like, no, let's actually put in the sound effects from last year so you know what she's thinking about, which, by the way, I thought was really cool.
Yeah, it was a great way to do a flashback.
Yeah, it was a flashback without showing a flashback, and it just came to me, and I was like, hey, and I literally just took those sound effects from last year, found those tracks, put them in, gave some reverb. You know.
This is sort of an infamous set. Last season, we got knocked really hard for our renders and the way we were having to fake lighting in this particular set. So this year we overhauled it with lights and shadows to make the characters feel a lot more attached, and I think the result has really been amazing.
Yeah. Go back to storyboarding.
I mean, it's really cool to see Ozpin's shadow over the top of the table.
It's cool to see things make sense.
But yeah, so a lot of what I do when I'm not at Rooster Teeth, I'll shoot movies and commercials and so forth. And I was really wanting to start to work with the team to get the camera moving inside of Rwby in a way that you would deal with on a live action production. And part of that also tried to translate into the storyboards, where while we had time this season, and as we got further along, we kind of had to start shorthanding some things. But in general, what we tried to do was actually do the storyboarding in Poser itself, and then treat those as what they call layout files in the industry, such that not only are you setting up the camera, and where do you want to see what character and what lens are you on, and what sort of move is the camera going to have, but on top of that, because we're doing the storyboards in Poser, then that allows the animator to start off with your storyboarding / layout file, and hopefully they can reuse some amount of what you've already set up for them. At the very least, they'll keep the camera, and they can, if I boarded with the most recent assets like the characters, then they can just get started animating right then and there. Sometimes they'd have to update some of the things that are in the scene just to match the latest things we built. But
we'll add camera movement and different things like that.
Yeah.
Just, because on the fly while you're editing, you'll be like, oh, well, he needs to, the camera should be moving left and right, or it should be really static. Don't add that camera movement. Those little things are really important.
Of course, unlike live action, you don't have to go get your actors and set up a set again. You just have to re-render it.
Render joke from Jeff Young.
Yeah.
It's good we
But I
still
think it's a lot of stuff worked out really well. There's some things where it's you always want more time to go back and polish, but for the most part, we got some cool looks out of it.
Wait, is this the moment we're gonna get to
I think so. This is Harley's scene.
Yeah, Harley's really great about doing. It's the asymmetrical animation with the faces.
Jesus Christ?
This moment.
I love these little flash things that they
Fucking
do.
hell.
Well, you're getting in. That's what Weiss sees when she's dreaming. She's just seeing snowflakes.
Just black snowflakes.
I mean, I think it's one of the things that really pushes towards the anime genre is when we do stuff like that. It's really fun, and it really gets us into the character's mindset.
You're still thinking about Torchwick?
Torchwick, the White Fang, all of it. Something big is happening.
These shadows, this set was so hard to rig. I mean, lighting wise, just because we ended up having to merge the hallway right next to it, and the lights kind of interact between the hallway and the main room, and they're always fighting. So I think ultimately we ended up kind of relighting this one sequence and re-rendering it, and then replacing all the backgrounds. And but it was really a lot of work. We ended up hand painting some of these shadows in.
Oh, really?
In the original attempt, I think finally, once we've stabilized it, we just went with the backgrounds that were rendered. But
our enemies aren't just gonna sit around and wait for.
Should we get into the color temperature of the warm lights versus the cool natural lighting coming from the outside with the?
As long as you talk like it, we'll talk about it like that. Look at that cool.
Well, what's fun too is
warm
because I guess in Vale we have those kind of blue lights that are used also for the holograms and whatnot, and trying to find a shade of blue that also does not make everything look just blue is
Well, the thing was, I was not entirely teasing. The problem is that I can't tell when the people listening to this commentary are going to check out, because we could actually deep dive all of that.
We really could.
For hours.
Hey, the true fans will stick with us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The true fans.
I'm fine.
It's the Nazi youth uniforms. Awesome.
Wait. Hey,
Hey,
those are mine.
what's that?
No, it's great. It's I
Just
kind of
slightly
like
Nazi-ish.
No, I like the sort of there's kind of almost a next gen cadet look to them.
Yeah, they're very, very simple.
Yeah.
Which I was going for school uniforms, because really, when the main characters are in their regular clothes, that's when I want them to pop. So,
Oh man, you used the word.
I love the word pop. Fuck
Oh.
Carrie. Carrie hates the word pop. It's like when you're talking about color schemes, it's like blue and orange. Orange pops.
Welcome to the commentary for Chapter 3.
So we're starting Chapter 3 here. Joining us is Paco. He is our technical assistant and also the guy who's basically rendered the entire show this season.
Before we get going, I'd like to apologize to the listeners of the commentary for this track for episodes 1 and 2, because we've done an amazing job so far of starting to tell interesting stories right as the chapter gets cut off.
I was gonna. No, fuck it. Let's concentrate on Port. One of the best characters ever.
What do you like about Port there, Patrick?
I designed him. That's what I love about him.
And I gotta say, and Ryan's voice is just perfect.
Ryan's,
for him.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think
They
Ryan
complement each other
likes
so well.
Ryan likes performing him
Look at
just
the
as much
buzz.
as
Port has a
Yeah, for
bust
those
of
that
himself.
don't know, I mean, Ryan's also another theater geek. There's a couple
Yeah.
of us here in the company that have very, very heavy-duty theater backgrounds, and he's one of them. Not a lot of people know that. Yeah.
I don't think
We need to
you
get him on
guys talked
stage
about
someday.
He's a pretty talented guy because he did
Intense.
tech stuff with animation too before. So
So correct me if I'm wrong, you guys have to rig entirely new characters for these new uniforms?
yeah, they were all brand new rigs. Although Monty actually put all these together for us. So I actually didn't know about these designs one day. He said, "Oh, hey, here we go." So it's like, okay, well, let's start using them.
Speaking of which, real quick, shout out to Charles Taylor, also known as Nerd 3D. He was our character rigger for the majority of the characters this year. Really was able to help out by taking a lot of that task off of Monty's plate. And
Yeah, Charles was amazing. He knows the technology just through and through. I'd give him a problem and be like, I have no idea how you're going to do this, and he'd spit me back a solution within an hour. So he's out in LA, so unfortunately we didn't get to work with him, but he's definitely felt.
So
It's,
again, you'll notice the warmer tones as you look at the incandescent lighting inside the
damn
room.
it.
But then, no, seriously, that's exactly what I did. Then
And
you have
here
all
we
the,
go.
the cooler, higher color temp stuff in the bloom as you look towards the window.
No,
So
if
anyway.
if we didn't have, the comp guys that we do, the show wouldn't look. It would still look good, but it looks it adds that extra something.
we
that's
decided
pretty
just
great.
to kind of, we didn't want it to look quite so flat.
Flat, yeah. No, the color correction you guys do, it helps out a lot.
Oh, that's the first time I've wow.
Did you ever see that shot before?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, surprise. That's how that one turned out. Yeah, Matt thought we needed a wider exterior shot to really establish what was going on out there, so we threw that in at the last second.
These are all
Yeah.
Harley sequences.
As
These
long
are
as
fun.
like
Jesus, Neptune.
I'm thinking, see from my perspective, I'm thinking, hey, if it didn't adjust timing in the sound mix, I'm good. Like, just put it in there wherever you can. By the way, that's a dolphin squeak. When
What?
What?
when it's a toy, so I there's a sound library where there's a dolphin squeaking when Neptune goes back and forth. I slowed it
I
down
thought you were talking about why
to get this creaking. No, there's a
But okay,
creaking
yeah,
noise.
By
in
the way,
there.
I love the wide shots like this that we were working in this year.
How are these to render, Paco?
They take a long time to render.
And why is that, Paco?
Let me tell you, Gray.
Does
When
it
I
have
get-
anything to do with the trees?
It does have a lot to do with the trees. Those trees take forever to render. They look great, but
All that damn alpha?
It's all those leaves, you just pile those leaves on top of
Well,
each
how many
other.
layers? How many layers are in these shots?
well, just by looking at it, those flags are its own paths. The characters, the trees, the sky, the
background.
buildings in the background, the
crowds,
the
right?
crowds.
This would be good. I want to come back to Penny in a minute, but so this is a great time to draw attention to what's going on with the crowds in the background here. So, last year we got beat up a lot for what was something that was both, it was a genuine style choice. The guys wanted to only deal with textured characters for the principal characters because they just wanted you to focus on that and not worry quite so much about the secondaries. And on top of that, then that also allowed us to play some tricks, basically, in the production pipeline, so we didn't have to come up with all these extra characters. And then this year, we wanted to give the fans what they seem to be calling out for the most, and enhancing the look of the world by putting real extras in the background was a large part of that. We went, okay, fine. Well, that was a neat thing for the look of Volume 1, but let's go ahead and really flesh out the detail in the background for Volume 2. and sounded great at the time. And then how many can anyone want to throw a ballpark figure of just how many different extras we had to come up with?
So we started out with just like the casual extras, and I think we did 4 of those, but then we did different skin tones and different hairs on top of that. So we ended up with probably 30 or 40 different variations of these 4 characters.
Yeah, at least, and that's still per location though, because then you still need the ones with all the different. Are they out on the streets of Vale? Are they in school uniforms? Are they in formal wear? That was a thing.
So yeah, each outfit then gets its own iteration. So I mean, we probably have at least 100, if not more, extras floating around. And
yeah, to all you people out there who keep pointing out, oh, I think I see the same model twice in this crowd of 100 in the background. Yeah,
What?
we know. Thanks anyway. We tried.
I wish we had more. You know, we'll keep building them, I guess.
Yeah, no, it'll get better and better.
Yeah. You know what I really enjoyed is, and it's coming up in this sequence, and even with her, you know, because we do have all these extra characters, we do have so much extra hair, creating secondary characters isn't such a big deal to have them already rigged if we need somebody just to throw in for a few lines.
Yeah, random trivia.
That's
I'm
really
gonna
nice.
call out real quick. So those were the 4 different kingdom symbols behind the 4 clocks, representing the different time zones back there a minute ago. That was kind of cool.
Where was the president?
What?
POTUS. It was missing POTUS.
It was the voice of the Beacon Tower AI is Megan Castro, who is over, now she works in the sales department, sales and marketing over here at Rooster Teeth. She did a great job. She didn't know when she first started recording the lines that we were going to turn her character into a holographic AI. It was, and then that was kind of a later thing.
How does that affect her acting?
Oh, no, it doesn't exactly, but...
Is she going to start talking like a robot?
No, but...
We're hoping not.
Yeah, that was the thing, is that we kind of didn't want to tell her because we didn't want her to do anything over the top.
yeah.
I honestly didn't realize it was an AI all this time. I thought they had horrible like phone bills because they were just
Just everyone just sort of, yeah.
Well, and this is
Read the credits,
this is
man.
played. This person is played by Emily McBride.
Yeah.
In-
It's our head of merchandise in the store.
Yeah.
Again, that's just a fun example that we can put a character like that together really quickly now.
And
And
I
this
guess
one
that
she had
was...
the Nora hair. We just see Nora hair everywhere. I think at first we had like 3 different kinds of hair before we branched out. So you'd see. You think it's bad now seeing the same one. Before it was pretty.
Oh
clean.
well, you know it helps. It's funny because since we were talking about adding Walla and background to the city and the school especially, it helps now that there's actual like faces to these people and Walla? actions. Walla is background talking, so it's just
Special onomatopoeia. It's the because you used to just say walla 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 walla, or whatever it's or peas and carrots, peas and carrots, peas and carrots, whatever to represent background words that you'd never hear in great detail anyway.
Yeah, it's just chatter. It's basically just chatter. But what I like to do, I'll find a better example of it when we get to more people. But there will be times where I'll just throw people in the booth and have them say phrases or have conversations with me about what's going on in the scene, so that you have your bed of crowd. Like here, people are clapping and maybe a little bit of talking, but then you'll add certain lines about people, and it just helps fill the scene. But it's good that there's crowds, because then I can it helps me sell it better.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Real quick, it's actually something I wanted to say a couple of minutes ago. We haven't talked about the modelers that much yet. So we were in the CCT a little bit ago.
It's okay. Go on.
So I think the CCT was largely done by Tim Reed,
Yeah,
if I remember correctly. And we were admiring Osmond's office earlier, but all the cool color scheme and all that would be nothing if it weren't for all of Caesar Altagracia and his modeling of the desk and the office as a whole. But I mean, just the gears and the desk in particular stand out for me.
We also had Dennis Bruber, who helped do a lot of just our secondary
And then,
stuff.
I was going to say shout out to Dennis for just everything in between. He did a lot of the Atlas tech, the Atlas ship, the capital ship.
Yeah, did he work on? I guess
characters.
the actual mech design was Monty's for
Yeah, the mech
Paladin.
came from Monty.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, Caesar did this stage.
Rwby.
set.
And then the one thing I wanted to shout out a little while ago regarding Penny was, I don't know if everyone caught that the voice of Penny is Taylor Pelto, who was the art director on Volume 1.
Yep.
So if you didn't know that,
Also, our lead modeler for Volume 1.
Yep.
yeah, no, she
She
art
was
director
everywhere.
as well as environment and I think mostly environment, right? Did she work on
She did a little
Mostly
bit, but mostly
environment.
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 Do you want to talk about
But
this?
just
This
perfect
is,
for
this is
Penny,
a
by
big
the way.
scene for Paco.
do you want? Yeah. What do you want to say about this scene, Paco?
Well, it's complicated because an action scene cuts so much. You get shots that are, they're not that long, but each one of them has to be set up. And especially this one where I guess they have to make up a set that didn't really exist, right? Is that the case?
Yeah, so what we did was that one was animated by Austin, and we said, hey man, we don't actually have the set for this worked out. Just go grab some of the buildings from the other corner of Vale and make a network of alleyways.
Yeah, and that made it very difficult to render because
There he is again.
none of the lighting was consistent.
Just fantastic acting.
That was hey,
Oh, man.
by the way, we got a very specific for that.
So great. Yes, we did.
We did.
It was stupid.
And you asked me, you were like, wait, do we really? I was like, absolutely. You just got like stopped by a robot, spoiler. And
Daniel.
I'm sorry.
The Shopkeep's the only rig I ever
prefer
did, and
Android.
the last one that I think I will do using this because it just did
Shopkeep's
not
great.
turn out so well.
People love Shopkeep.
Yeah, no, Shopkeep should never change.
Yeah,
Sorry.
just don't ask the animators to work with them.
Oh yeah. Also, if for those of you who don't know Taylor, the voice of Penny, she talks just like that.
No, that's the thing.
There's
it
no
was
there's no
perfect.
voice change.
like
I,
working with a
I can't
cartoon.
imagine Penny with any other voice.
Yeah, no, it works so well.
So here we are at the end of chapter 3. So what's the most amazing story we can start to tell and not finish right now? Like,
I'm a real.
I don't know if anyone knows this, but Penny's father is actually.
Well played.
When last we left our intrepid heroine and
That was such a great story about Penny's
I can't
father.
the fans are gonna plot.
I would
I
have never
can't
guessed
believe
that.
it. I
would've
can't
never
believe you
guessed
told that story.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I'm not real.
So
Hands are up.
here's a funny
Yeah,
story.
they really-
So Gray, do you want to talk about?
I'm so glad we got joined.
Should we talk about this poke? This like.
Oh, just
The
yeah.
tink?
This is the sort of
I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, that made
yeah.
me
What
laugh.
sort of sound effect should happen when Ruby taps her heart?
Well, I mean, it's one of those things.
That's actually like the second or third iteration on it. These are the sorts of fascinating, creative, collaborative conversations that take place between me and Daniel about exactly like what style of sound effect should happen.
Well,
or
and
what
the
have
funny
you.
thing
this
is-
one was a bit of a compromise.
Well, there's some things that happen on screen that just ask for a sound, and it's like I saw her poke Penny in the shoulder, and I was like, what am I supposed to like? Are we supposed to hear nothing? We can't hear nothing. So
thing is,
yeah.
like, how does nobody not know that she's a robot at this point? Because I mean, she walks into something.
they're not revealing scenes. In my head, they're confirmation scenes.
Sure.
Yeah,
And how can
yeah.
you make that as cool and
It's just like
interesting and action-packed as possible?
clues, we gave you
Well,
this
the
and
same.
that.
She runs into somebody.
And here
in
you
the-
go. Here's what the
She
little
runs
payoff
into
is.
somebody in the hallway at Beacon. She's probably gonna cut them, because she's just metal underneath.
Well,
the way,
yeah,
for-
but how does Data not fall through the Enterprise? I mean, it's just
Yeah, I mean,
let's
last year, okay, so when I was asking Carrie about this, I'm like, there are swords coming out of her back. How come people? And it's like, no,
They're in her
they're coming out of her backpack. Exactly.
Yep.
So everything
I made
was
it that
kind
way.
of covered.
Come out of her backpack.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh, Patrick, more in jokes, the graffiti on the trash
Oh
can.
yeah,
What-
look at that. I
what do
have
we
the
got there? We
gauntlet,
got the gauntlet.
SMG. slingers.
Yeah.
And also
I have
the
no
fact
idea
We
what
do
the
that
blocking
stuff
one
pretty
was.
much every scene. What?
I have no idea what the block one is. There's a piece of graffiti that's just like squarish. I have no idea what I was referencing.
Was that possibly part of the original texture?
No,
Oh.
that was me.
You did it, and then you.
And I can't remember what it was. And then there's an RTA Gus head too. So
yeah, I
yeah,
caught
that's
that
me.
one.
Just okay. This was months ago when I designed these.
And you're also one of the guards here.
I am one of the guards. Me and John Reisinger, my lover.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, we've got our two artists there as the Atlas studs.
Artist, I wouldn't call him. He's a graphic designer.
It's funny when you think of the small challenges that go a long way. This dumpster was such a pain.
Oh yeah,
it
but
only
I
has
like this
single-sided
dumpster.
faces, so when
You,
you're
you
inside,
like it so
you
much
can
that
see
we
right
want to
through
put
it.
half the scene in there. or like the way we boarded it, like the camera's supposed to be outside the whole time, and then halfway through, Daniel pitched an idea. It's like, no, the camera should be in with Ruby, and we're just watching her facial reactions the whole time. We're like, well,
Man,
Well,
and
because
we
the scene-
guess that'll save a lot of animation. So yeah,
It,
why
it
not?
kind of did, but I don't know. It was
Still.
probably a wash.
Yeah.
But I pitched it because I still wanted the story of that scene being told from Ruby's perspective, and I
Yeah.
thought we should be inside with her.
So here's something for you guys to talk about. Wham! We're back now at Junior's Club, which we have not seen since the Yellow trailer.
Yeah.
So
Which
talk to me
also,
about what it was
whoever-
like to get this thing out of mothballs and make it work again, and Junior and some of these goons.
Well,
and then
the biggest thing is, of course, that we set up a completely different render pipeline this season. So this being one of the very first sets that was ever even used, not even for the series, but for the concepts for the series, essentially being the trailers. It was really fun to sort of break it apart and figure out how it worked to then piece it back together for our new system. I don't think we ever really quite got the lights working 100% the way we wanted, so it's sort of a per shot.
Yeah, I threw out a lot of star glow in this clip to try and suggest it.
I hope everybody likes the throwback to the yellow trailer.
Man,
there.
whoever storyboarded this sequence must be a genius.
Man, how many plugs are you going to give me that?
Yeah, so
Just beauty.
yeah, we got to the point where the production was getting so busy, I wasn't able to storyboard everything and started calling help. At which point we got Patrick to step in, and he was just knocking out thumbnails for all this stuff. So what was that like when
knocking them out until I got really busy as well? I couldn't do anymore. No, they were super fun. It's like I have a background in comics, so I know how cameras should work most of the time, but I've never done animation like storyboards. So it's super challenging, but tons of fun because it's just like, oh wait, I can do this to make this inflection or do this.
Yeah, but you can see the difference where your panels will feel like a comic book frame, like especially when the guns are in Yang's face.
Yeah.
So you can definitely feel that, and it's nice.
This sequence might be what I'm proudest of so far. I haven't, at the time of this recording, I haven't knocked out the last couple of chapters, but from this chapter, from outside to that hallway, and then all of the White Fang speech is probably my most favorite coloring work that we got to do.
Yeah, it's been really fun to watch.
I wish we could also like put out a render of like what the stuff looks like straight out of Poser.
Well, which layer?
And then what it looks like. Yeah, exactly. And then what it looks like after it's come, and what it looks like after color.
Well, maybe I'll put that in the production diary.
But yeah, all sorts of cool. The green for the fluorescent lighting in the hallway.
I love the way that this tarp came out. I was really nervous about that.
Yeah, that took us forever to work on,
Oh,
too.
yeah, by the way, we've got the debut appearance of Edward James Almost, or Jamaican Bane, which I don't know where that name came from, because it wasn't Jamaican.
Hey, that's like the 10th time he's told that joke.
Has it? 'Cause it's the
I'm
first time
gonna
I've
keep
heard
telling it
it.
until I
Jesus
get proper
fuck.
laughter.
And that's you doing the voice, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
it
why
was,
do you have to spoil
Wait,
it?
that was
I'm
you?
sorry.
It was supposed to be Temp.
I
You didn't know that?
No.
I
didn't
couldn't tell
sound.
that
I
was
couldn't
No,
tell
it
who the
wasn't
fuck it
supposed to be.
was.
Well, they didn't know who they were going to cast yet.
Now you can hear it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't tell who that was.
Probably,
I've been trying to figure out who
Good
that was for
job.
the longest
Yeah,
time.
Reisinger is the only one who kind of caught on early, but it was okay because he thought it sounded a little. He thought it sounded a little like me, but it was okay because it didn't sound like
It
torture.
didn't sound like Torchwick, yeah.
And I guess that's all we kind of cared about at the time.
Plus, you get to introduce yourself.
This was cool. Okay, personal trivia. The other reason I love this bit is this scene was animated by one of our lead animators, Joe McDonald, and
Joe.
he was trying to figure out key images for Torchwick's gestures while he is doing all the speechifying. And I have never mocap before, and this was the very first scene ever I got to put on a dot suit and get my own skeleton made, and actually get to do some mocapping.
Nice.
So I did that, and then we got some stuff for Locust for RVB the same day.
Patrick,
So
have you been able to
Fit into a
mocap
mocap
for-
suit? No.
Wow, was not even going there. I was gonna mention the shopkeeper, but that's cool.
You want to see me in a skin tight suit with dots on it? Sure,
Little
buddy.
bit.
I kind of want to see that.
$5 and I'll do it.
Can I put it in the production diary?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay,
play
I will
every
give you
Well,
a
if we had the animators in heels from Volume 1, then, we need to...
That's
Sure,
fine,
someone's
but
off
I
the
won't be
dots,
able to
yeah.
zip the fucker up from my belly when I'm trying to put it on.
Oh man, yeah.
I hope that image doesn't linger all day.
Oh, speaking of crowds,
Those crowds, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think every department had fun with these crowds.
Well, the files themselves just take forever to load because they're so large.
I remember
Is
Joe
there
going,
s-
Jeff, I don't know how we're
I'm
going to fit all
sorry,
these
hold
in here.
on. Was somebody wearing glasses over their mask?
Yeah, so that was it. So when I was doing the storyboards, I was, we were just trying to, we were just throwing down extras, and then Joe took those files and was actually putting the Grim masks on.
Yeah.
And the glasses started to kind of clip through, and he was going to make them disappear, and we're like, oh, no, actually, go ahead.
Put them outside.
Jeez.
Yeah, I actually
Nice.
pushed
And
one
so
of those.
it turns out that because that's a distinguishing thing now, he becomes a recurring background character, so you can follow him
Really?
later. Yeah, you'll start to see another guy show up at the end of this volume who still has the glasses on over the mask. Now that he's a full-on White Fang soldier, and he gets a line and a name.
Nice.
So yeah,
Like
stay
William
tuned.
Waldo.
Oh yeah, that last scene was also the first appearance of a character called Neo, who has kind of an interesting development history where she was not originally intended to be in this scene or in this volume.
Yeah, she just kind of showed up.
Yeah, and then combination of Monty was needing a couple more villains to beat up on at the end, so then we had to find places to sprinkle them on earlier. We had to go back to some scenes to find places to lay them down, so to introduce them. But on top of that, I guess we can't really talk about it yet, but there was also a need where there was an interesting casting opportunity that came up. And we don't know if or when we'll ever be able to pull the trigger on it, but we figured we better introduce the character now, just in case.
Sorry.
That's what we're going to say
Thanks
about
for that, Pat.
Oh, so production budget savings through absolute zero animation for 10 seconds or whatever that was.
The background for that.
So that was Rwby Action, the radio play.
Yeah. Oh, I wish we could do the radio play. That'd be so much fun.
Well, but the sound of it really makes it work. You know exactly what's happening.
Yeah. Well, I tried to tell a little story there, just because I had to get to point
All the
A to
beats are
point
there
B.
too.
Yeah. So and it was fun to kind of beat up on Torchwick a little bit there too, because those hits are Blake beating up on Torchwick.
Yeah, it's been a whole couple episodes since Torchwick got his ass whipped. So,
Yeah, exactly. So and it makes him angrier, so he'll get into the mech. But yeah, the mech sounds are. I'm modeling the mech because it's a big machine, but it's not quite. It's not humongous, you know. It's
but
not
gotta
like
be nimble.
But it's got to be nimble. And we were talking about at the beginning of the season, we were talking about how it's dust powered, and what would that sound like? So
Well,
there's
every bit of tech here is supposed to be dust powered, so nothing is supposed to sound totally
cars.
earth mundane. It's always supposed to be like slightly.
I'll
unique, just a
admit
little
the
bit.
cars and the motorcycle probably sound the most like realistic.
Yeah, this is the
because
most Earth-like.
Yeah,
But,
but we are both, and you in particular, are huge Aliens fans. the
yeah,
movie
so
Aliens.
I modeled the mech after the power loader in Aliens. And
I
just
totally see that now.
Yeah, just the
Or hear it.
movements and the there's a little bit of air pressure here and there, but it's definitely got that feel to it. And this is just a prototype, so that could develop further. But this whole sequence for me was just. It was a daunting sequence.
Yeah.
I've never sound designed a car chase before. But
By the way, if anyone who's wondering what all the blue streaks are, I'm a huge fan of anamorphic lens flare, so that's what I'm going to say about that.
oh,
That's
dude.
great.
J.J. Abrams would be proud.
There's
yeah.
that joke. How long
When
would you
used
take?
appropriately and in moderation. Jeez.
Too obvious for you, Paco? Too obvious?
I was gonna say, how long would this scene take you to do the sound for? 'Cause
The two scenes, the fight and
the chase and the
chase. Gosh, total probably 5 to 6 days, maybe. I mean,
Wow.
assuming 8-hour days. Let's just assume
yeah,
that.
We ought to like publish some screen caps of the editorial timeline
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
show the volume of, and by volume I mean the quantity of clips that are on this thing.
There's at least 100 tracks of different sound effects going on, and then when we go to mix, Lyman, I definitely, like I told him, hey, play with the panning, like pan those cars left and right, and just like really amp that up.
But a little bit of trivia. So anytime you're in the cockpit and you see the little tiny corners of HUD around Torchwick there, Carrie knocked those out at the last second. And at some point, if you're watching very carefully, the random text generator, I guess it's the one upper left, like about every 5 seconds flashes Carrie is cool, I think.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Of course it would. Oh, that sound right there as it's spinning, that's a helicopter.
I
Slow
was
down.
just gonna say
And
that. That's my
reversed
favorite
the way
part.
we wound up using it. Did we flipped it or no?
Oh, we flipped different sounds. There's like probably about 10 different sound effects for just that glyph that that Weiss is putting underneath it. But there's like reversed sword sounds, and then the helicopter, and then just a general just like tones and different things like that.
Yeah.
And lots of metal going on here.
One might say heavy metal.
Yeah, I think there.
Well, it turns out that actually we were trying to brainstorm ideas for the title for this chapter, and it turns out that Rooster Teeth has used heavy metal like no less than 4 times already for any number of things, including RVB. So we're like, yeah, not so much.
This whole sequence reminds me, in a lot of ways, of the Giant Nevermore battle from the first season. Just the way that they'll have to kind of combine their powers.
Work together. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that was an important thing that we talked about with Monty, was just like, and he wanted to convey that they're so in tune with each other now that they just say Rwby says one word and they know exactly what to do,
And so
I guess
that was really
recording
important.
that was an iterative process also, because at one point every single team combo that they called out were one of the actual ship names, and then there was an internal discussion about, okay, maybe that's a little too much, so we tried to strike a balance where some of them are the ship names and some of them aren't. But I guess, and so is this Die?
This is Die.
Right here,
Yeah. And it's always interesting trying to find a balance between the music and the sound design. So at the front, like with the car chase, the sound effects are really shining there and coming through, and the music's just kind of like a bed. And then towards the end, when Jeff has this really awesome rock song, we just kind of let him take over, and my effects they become more minimal, and I don't have to flesh them out as much.
Yeah, and then having to balance the lyrics of the song that's happening over the dialogue. That's always balancing act as well.
Man, you can tell we definitely got that new Shatter software. We've been kind of going to town with it.
This is funny. Yeah, they didn't quite know how to end the scene. We pitched an idea or two, like just a couple minutes before the episode had to hit the air.
My idea was we got to go back to Sun and Neptune, because I didn't know what to do.
Oh yeah, we were like, what happened to them? It's like kind of a continuity thing. That's like, why aren't they there in the rest of the battle? So we were brainstorming.
It turned into my favorite scene of the entire show.
I love it.
It looks. I love it because it looks like a shot from Blade Runner. You know, he's at the
Oh God, he's back! Oh fuck, another Oscar. Jeez.
They really all should just be twins.
Next episode. Oh.
What's going
And
on?
legs.
Hello. I mean,
She's got a leg cramp.
No, yeah.
so this. Shit.
I didn't know
This
her
is an
helmet could
epic
come off.
sequence
Yeah.
that Monty. I had no idea this is what it was going to turn into.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What did you just say, Joe?
Seriously, I did not know her helmet came off.
Oh yeah. Surprise modification of the
Shit, I
model
thought
when
she
you
went
weren't
to bed with
around.
that.
Is the editing of this all Monty or you guys?
A little of both. I
Oh,
think.
Jesus.
I touched
Daniel
up the.
helped
I
shape
touched up the beginning.
Shane worked
Yeah.
on this too, didn't he?
No.
Shane takes over once Mercury's involved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
still come in a minute. So what was kind of interesting, and yeah, we had another version of it where there was a flashback bit, and we couldn't decide if it was going to be just voiceover or we'd actually show you something of Pyrrha's memories involving her mom. But we're going to save that for another time. it turns out.
So usually, Paco, that was a good question. Monty is actually a fantastic editor when it comes to his action sequences, and usually the only notes that I give him are reaction shots of just like, hey, this is a really great moment, but what you really need here is just like Rwby looking up and like give her that hero moment or certain things like that. And there weren't really that many in this sequence, but later on, because sometimes an action will happen and you want to give the audience a chance to react.
Yeah.
So you basically have a character react, and it kind of informs everything.
This poor team.
So many.
So we've got
so many hits.
Adam
Yes.
Ellis as Cardin, and
Yeah.
we've got Shane doing
Russell.
Russell, thank you. Ursa.
And then there's Sky and Dove.
Yeah, as voiced by.
Blaine and Patrick? Yeah, you're Dove.
Oh, okay.
How many characters do you play?
Well, here's the thing. This is a good time to talk about efforts and how fun they are. I've had all
They
of
are
you
very
do
fun.
efforts,
They're very
and it can get pretty ridiculous and sexy at the same time.
Oh, absolutely. I moan as much as possible in the booth.
You do that anyway.
Yep.
Well, and Shane's really fun because he's just a goofball
He'll
in the
go
booth.
off. Like, he's really quiet in public, but the moment you put a microphone in front of him or a camera on him, he'll just go.
Yeah, no, I love folks like that.
Yeah.
Of all things, I think as much as I love Mark Hamill, I think he's an even better voice actor
Oh,
than
yeah.
a
No,
lot of his
absolutely.
other skills. Yeah.
Well,
But
yeah,
yeah,
there's no
if
way.
it's just them, there's certain people. If it's just them in a booth and a mic, they cut the hell loose.
Yep.
And it's great.
Robin Williams is the genie. Too soon.
Me? I'm
Poor
afraid
little
Miss Nico's
Not by the
such
time
a
this DVD
mismatch.
comes out.
I recommend you choose another
Yeah.
partner. No,
What?
it's fine.
Okay.
Way to bring it down. Yeah, man. Yeah, at the time of this
That's
recording,
bad.
that just happened about 2 days ago. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a scene that the fans got to see pretty early, but
Yeah.
this is a great sequence that Shane was able to craft together.
Oh, yeah, we did show this.
I love all his camera movements. It's really cinematic.
I love how orderly all of his scene files are.
Shane Byrne.
Oh, damn.
No, it's a burn. It's
No,
actually
it's a
yeah,
compliment.
it's-
Damn.
oh,
It's really
seriously.
good.
Oh, okay. Because whenever I talk to him, he's
You've got the
like,
creative,
"Yeah,
you
I
got the
still have to
technical."
number these shots." Because Shane will submit shots to me as like, this shot is Pyrrha swipe, and then the next shot is Mercury. Like
Yeah.
he'll
I mean,
name
look,
each
I
one.
I love all the action sequences this year, but I think it's how to put it. It's charming as hell to me that it's a two-person, it's a one-on-one fight scene that actually has such cool little storytelling nuances to it, and the little reactions about how Mercury is studying Pyrrha. And it's
Yeah,
Very intimate.
that was something we told Shane early on, was just like, because he had freedom to kind of just board it and create it as he went.
Yeah,
But
but we
it was
were-
like, here's a few key things, and Carrie sat down and was like, okay, here are a few key things that need to happen, and it's like he needs to be here to study her and figure out something. So basically, it's a test. So Mercury is testing Pyrrha, and he kind of hit that like the nail on the head there.
yeah.
What I love about Shane's work is, I mean, not only is he a fantastic animator, but he really just has a solid grasp on what to do with that camera.
Yeah.
You know, it's always got really fun focal lengths too for those really dynamic sort of shots where you see like a leg coming towards it. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how a lot of our action isn't quite bowing to certain editing trends out in movies these days. We're actually kind of showing a lot of the moments
Yeah,
and kind of
yeah,
understand how the fight flows, and it makes sense from beginning to end.
Those it was really interesting to go from the hits just from a sound design perspective. There was that big fight with Team Cardinal, and then we kind of minimize it. It goes smaller. So, but I was very particular about what Pyrrha's shield sounds like, and modeled that whole thing after like the shields that you see in Troy or 300. Those big hollow kind of metal shields. That's kind of just what I tried to replicate there with those.
Son's damn tail.
that thing, it's either hit or miss. It's either awesome or we just ended up having to revise it a lot.
Yeah. Oh, that I've got a blooper shot. We should probably throw in the DVD of just how crazy it was going.
The one we fixed
Yeah,
a
the
couple
one
days
we
ago.
fixed, yeah.
It looked like somebody snipped his tail at the pound.
It was either that or it was really cold in the room.
But it was trying to come back. So
Damn.
that is exactly what
It
it
could have just
looked
been really cold. You don't know.
Oh, jeez, Blake, go to bed.
Patrick, did you design Sun?
Yeah, she's getting more. and more
No, I
neurotic.
did not design Sun.
Yeah,
I
well,
worked
right
on a
now,
little bit, but, yeah.
also, the crew is watching kind of a mix of the final versions of the episode and some placeholder stuff. So that's not the final look that you're seeing.
Fuck.
Well, yeah.
No, it's part of the process, man. So for
Man,
the home
getting
players,
these
what's
shots
going
to
on
look
is that
consistent
we're looking at the full-on strongest version of Tired Blake, which is going to be dialed down a little bit for what you wind up seeing on the disc. But right now, she looks like a member of the Living
Just
Dead.
Butterface.
Yeah, she's looking pretty rough.
Which means I had to render both versions of Blake in all of these scenes.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
You had to
so
do
so
that.
why is that?
Well, that just gives you guys more options to play with. So I had to render normal Blake and tired Blake, and you guys.
And then we do the blending.
This
Yeah.
is a colossal waste of time.
Which means making masks and keying them to move with their face frame by frame.
I'll be in the library.
You sounded so excited.
It's my favorite thing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a good rotoscope.
This is the first thing you comped, wasn't it, Jeff?
Yeah, I think this was the first thing I comped.
And that's when we figured out the shadows needed to be.
Yeah, they were
redone.
not cooperating.
They look great now. I really like the way they look.
Oh yeah, so Miles was meeting with Nico.
Who does the music for RPP?
Yeah, and so he was like, "Hey, we got this classical guitar thing with Sean. Can you do something for us?" And so I just exported the scene for him and sent it off, and they were able to put something together. Turned out great.
Yeah, Ian animated this, I think.
Yeah, John. Miles was worried, like, oh, do I need to be on key? Like he was like trying to come up with like, do we need to adjust my performance based on the guitar that we recorded? And I was like, no. Are you a good singer? Like,
Would Jean be a good singer? That's the whole point.
Yeah.
You know?
well, and I don't think he's a good dancer, but like.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, if you're watching this
Commentary
DVD, if you're
first.
watching the commentary first, shame. Like, just go watch the then come back. But no, he's a good dancer, and Miles always explained to me that he has sisters, so like he learned to dance. But I was like, well, maybe he hasn't learned how to sing, or maybe he's nervous that he's asking out Weiss.
Shout out to Dustin who did this particular fight bit.
This was fun too.
So we got Jean-Pierre back on the rooftop again.
Well, even though it's the same sort of sequence as last season, we did redo the whole backdrop for it.
Yeah.
So you'll see in some places where that beacon in the distance looks a little more 3D because it's extra geometry back there.
How much like redoing of the sets did you have to do?
I mean, it really was case by case. Most of it, like for sets like this, the foreground was just fine. So a lot of them, we just sort of redid the mats that are floating in the back to give it a little more depth. And also, that way, if the camera moved, you get a little parallax between the different towers. And there's very subtle stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the new sets, they were a lot of work, but it's part of the ride, I guess.
Yeah. Man, how many times do you think Jean and Pierre have come up to this rooftop?
Probably a lot more than time.
Yeah, I was actually teasing before. I think it's cool. I like these little, subtle locations that mean something to just these characters.
Yeah. What do you think they do there?
Vigorously train.
Yes, train very hard.
Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah. That's what he's like at the office, people.
Hard.
You know what? I'm just now regretting that we never had a wide that still showed Cardin like eavesdropping from below.
He wasn't. Yeah, but he wouldn't only be eavesdropping.
Hey.
Vigorously. Eavesdropping.
Oh, Jeff, were you involved in what was going on with the sewing bit here and getting that to work?
A little bit. I think most of that was actually, our animators, when they need to be, they could be pretty resourceful. So I think they did 90% of it. All I really did was model the darn needle, and that's pretty much it. They really did most of the work there.
Yeah. I will say this for another chapter. Hang on. We're too close to the end. Unless we got another fascinating story.
Well, no.
His real name is
about right now.
If it's, I believe that like this is also another moment where we're able to, the Cinder cue for the music is very, like Jeff Williams is establishing it here.
Oh yeah.
Even more.
In the hallway.
Yeah, it's like it's good though. It's good that we have those little moments.
I love how fleshed out these two characters. Last season we saw them at the very end, and they were just a couple of cars talking about Emerald and Mercury. So it's really fun to see them in so many different outfits and doing stuff.
Smack.
So, Jesus. By the way, the last image of Chapter 3, and then now compared to Team Ruby's hands here, is I just now caught. Cinder has damn fingernails. How come she's the only one that's got them?
It's really good to know you've been paying close attention to the show, Gray.
I thought that
It's not concept, you doucher.
But it should have been.
I know that everyone else does not have them. I just now caught that Cinder does, because we were like want to get that straightened out for you.
That was I guess that was Mozzie's call.
Oh, this set was fun to light too. I think the other one might have had 50. This was probably got
and the
100
reflections.
Lights in it. So many lights.
I boarded this too. Jesus.
That's my favorite one. That's pretty cool. My favorite set.
Oh, this is my first time actually getting to see what the reflections might. This is fairly close to what they're going to look like in the final.
Yeah, they get really
I was really afraid.
Yeah, they look just like you're looking at water.
Yeah, it's much better.
Inside the software.
I may have moved to Mistral, but I grew up
Yeah.
in a vacuum.
Yeah, it's half.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We're still in the middle of production.
What's
That's what it
their
is.
what's their team up name or their ship name? Neptune
Who's
and Sun.
Oh,
Sea monkeys.
It's Sea Monkeys. Something I saw go by on Tumblr, and I thought that's perfect. And then I emailed Carrie and Michael, and then the way I knew that Michael liked it was he just started tweeting about it. So
Yeah.
I guess that'll be it then.
One of the interesting parts about that set is, of course, that the reflections are fake. It's literally another piece of geometry mirrored below the ground that we're seeing through.
We duped everything.
Yeah, so all those chairs, when you move them, it's actually two chairs being moved.
We'd like the fans to know that we actually had this written into the script before anyone started making the jokes on Reddit or Tumblr.
I just have to say I'm so glad the music turned out the way it did, because I was worried about, do I have to do sound effects for like all of these, like just a light, and nope.
I love that. Yeah,
it was like it did all the work for me in this.
It's very 60s Looney Tunes.
Well, how much fun it is trying to get that little laser to show up on a giant glowing hologram.
You were talking about that the other day pretty
pretty hardcore.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely took a lot of research just for a tiny dot.
Random factoid. People keep talking about how they think that everything on the shelves are Xboxes or Xbox One, so they're not. They're supposed to be data. It's data storage.
Yeah.
No, that's an Xbox.
There are some. The library has 3 wings to it. One is digital, one is physical media like books.
Hello, Mr. Wren. How are you doing today?
Yeah, you want to talk about just finding the right shade for the
Samurai
nipples.
shampoo.
Yeah, how much did you?
That's not the final count.
Never mind.
Patrick, did you
Board this?
No, you did.
I
Didn't
did,
You? Yeah,
but-
yeah. I was gonna
you
ask
did all
about
the
Ren's
textures for
model
Ren.
and how much fun that
Ren's
was.
model?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't fucking model him.
But no, but you had to redo all the textures for him, didn't you? For half-naked Ren.
Let's talk
No.
about the chest lines. What's been going on this year with
wait, yeah, I did.
the extra black lines for like
That's right.
Sun's abs and
Yeah, because
And,
I
uh,
guess we want a certain definition. Like, I didn't like too much of the contours of the muscles last season on Sun, so I think we toned them down a bit as well. And then Ren,
but I thought somebody reached back in and drew like more
Ren
of
was
a 6-pack or
extreme.
something.
I gave him more on the 6-pack. I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
but
I fixed his chest area just a
I
bit
love
too.
the fact that she's got the boob shirt on.
Oh, nice.
No, this is Patrick's first time watching this.
No, surprise. Yeah. More
Yes,
merch
it
making
is.
its way into
Sorry,
the show.
you're just gonna
I
get
remember when,
reactions out of me the whole time. Going,
No, that's
oh,
great.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Look at it.
we're watching it along with the fans.
That outfit of Ren's that's hanging out of the closet, we did not have that. Joe's just like, hey, we need Ren outfit. So it's literally another version of Ren hanging on the wall where we turned his neck and his head and his arms off.
Wow,
That's
that is
disturbing.
that is creepy as fuck. Like,
looks
oh
really
my
creepy.
goodness.
Ghost Ren.
Wow.
There
What
it
else
is.
does he
That's
have in
him.
there? It's, he's just standing there invisible.
Yeah.
Good to know. Okay. Is that that's his
Little tech
semblance?
tidbits for you.
You can't get it wrong if it's the truth.
Poor Pyrrha.
I know, right? The whole time it's just like, oh, Pyrrha, why?
You're right. Thanks, Pyrrha. Good talk, Ren.
Big jerk.
So these are
Did you guys the scene coming up in the classroom? Did you guys mess with that any from year 1 to year 2?
well, obviously we relit them and we did tear them
We
apart. to make them
retextured
more
it.
render.
You know, we got rid of the
I want you to
we're
slow down.
pulling the color scheme more in line with what we wanted
Have the
Beacon's color
luxury
scheme to be.
to slow down.
And then the lighting.
It's not a luxury.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
we redid the
necessity.
lighting completely in
A
these,
necessity is stopping
and then
growth.
of course all the
And we're
textures had to
going
be
to.
modified so
But
that
first you have to
they're
sit
actually a
down
little
and
bit
listen to
darker
that
when you look at them without the lights, so that way the lights bring out the highlights and add a lot of gradients to the walls, which weren't there last season. Everything was very flat. And then of course we did other things like we break off all the little blue chunks, and those light panels get rendered out separate so we can add glows to them and make them actually look like they're illuminated now.
Baker of cookies and
I think we actually have a couple different versions of the sets that we we took it, we just redid the
Yeah, it's
colors
been
and-
redressed a couple different times. Since that's a great advantage you have. It's not unlike live action. Like if you built the classroom scene once, you're going to shoot all the scenes where it's Oobleck's classroom, and they're going to redress it and move all the dressing and props out, so it's Port's classroom or whatever. So yeah, we've got this. This is just a completely plain one. We didn't want to specify exactly whose room they were in. You know, Port's stuff has got all the diagrams and trophies and whatnot on the wall. Oobleck's has got all the conspiracy theory stuff going on.
But I learned that the two of them had been on a team together with Summer
There's
and
some
Crow.
real talk going on
And
right
that
now.
she'd left me for
Yeah, well, I mean, we wanted to go for actual conversational moments this year. Well, because of the runtime, we're not breaking up the chapters into
Yeah, we
individual
don't have super short episodes anymore.
half chapters for web release now. So I mean, we can actually let each episode breathe and heaven forbid let you spend a little more time with the characters in between the action.
I would ask anybody
These
to do what they
chalkboards,
know
they're
about
pretty fun.
Then
I don't think we had planned on
one
using
day,
them when we originally
I
modeled, so we've had to do some work to.
thought was a
Is this
good
all
idea.
you,
take
Patrick?
textures.
Yeah. So
Christina's.
yeah, this is Christina's 2D art for one of the first in episode history lessons that we've done. So
Just
I guess
fantastic.
elsewhere on this disc you will find the World of Remnant series.
But I wasn't gonna let anyone tell me.
But this is not unlike Blake's story from chapter 10.
It was interesting to
I had made it.
see this and all because there's no. I have to do the sound design. We wanted to do it like last year with Blake's flashback, so all I kind of did was just take what might be heard in that environment and just try to make it creepy, because you don't actually see anything happening on screen too much. There aren't actions that you're tied to, and they were very specific about the birds, like the birds fluttering off there.
I think the
for their uncle.
implications come across pretty clear.
Yeah.
But I like that we shake up the visual style of the show so much just on the fly, just based on the needs. Are we going chibi? Are we going painted storybook? Are we going, you know?
Just to search for answers, I can't just. I told you, I'm not telling you to stop. I haven't. To this day, I still want to know what happened to my mother and why she left me. But I will never let that search control me. We're going to find the answers we're looking for, Blake. But if we destroy
I guess we're sucked in.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It's
I'm
good
the
stuff.
only one who can do this. No, you don't understand.
Hey.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know if we've talked about these dynamics on the hair.
Yeah, so is it the boob physics discussion time? Or are we at that point in the podcast?
So we do a lot of scaling on these keys because when we usually do the hair, it's just all over the place. It looks like they've all just taken electrical shocks. But especially Yang's chest definitely has a mind of its own.
Yeah, we
It's
have to
just
keep
all
kind of
over the
calming it
place.
down. So on the editorial side, shots will get through where, we'll actually kind of zoom in the shot a little bit to kind of crop out the bottom part if that helps hide some things instead of sending it back to animation. And the other half of the time, we have to send it back and say, calm things down. But yeah, so the deal is that the version of Poser that we are animating on this year had a brand new physics engine, which accelerated a lot of secondary animation so that the animators aren't having to fake hair sway and cloth
That ate a
blowing
lot
in the
of
wind and
time
things like
last
that.
season.
Comes in handy, but then now the challenge is that you still have to spend a little bit of time on maintenance of what the physics engine puts out and kind of still make sure that it fits the moment.
Yeah, I mean, every
This is a
now and
little
then you
bit
see
better.
little jumps. Like it just happened right there with Weiss's hair. I mean, we see it because we see it every day.
Yeah.
But I think the amount of work that goes into toning down the keys versus hand keying the hair is
It's a good trade-off.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
sure. Otherwise, we wouldn't keep doing it.
Oh,
nice transition.
this rose was fun to put together. They said, "Hey, I need a bunch of roses, and one of them's got a wilt," and so I got to make a unique terp, which is what we call basically a series of models that come together as a sequence.
The only thing I see in this scene is foot stomps. That's all I see. I don't see anything what you just talked about. I'm just like,
Yeah, we all see our own
all I
things,
see is footsteps because I have to put in.
So
every
glad we both went there. All right. Oh man.
I love the new outfits for the dance scene. It's really great.
Yeah, they were
So
much
this whole
fun to
scene was
get
actually
ready
supposed to
in
be
2
kind of a
days.
shout out to the end of Volume 1, where Sun's got the "I knew you'd look better without the bow."
Yeah.
So we tried to duplicate the camera angles and the look of it and the location and all that.
I know you did a shout out to Charles earlier, but if there was any particular sequence that requires a shout out to him, it is this sequence because he knocked out these rigs so fast. I think he maybe did 20 rigs in the space of a week.
For all the formal wear extras.
All the formal wear.
Yeah.
And most of them worked without any revisions either. It was really impressive.
Yeah, people don't understand. Like, they may not have any lines, but you have to put in damn near 80-90% of the same amount of work to get those things to behave properly.
Especially a long dress. The short dresses aren't so bad. We're used to seeing them fight with them anyway. But like Pyrrha's dress, for instance, it goes all the way down to the ground. So getting her legs not to come through said dress when she's walking.
Yeah.
I think it was a challenge not only for rigging, but for animation as well.
Yeah.
We music-wise, we tried to put all of these scenes together through the music is one long cue, so we kind of like it helped get us into the dance, stitching those 3 scenes and getting us here. And this is the first time we're actually dealing with classical music a lot.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
waltzes
Kinda
exist
cool.
in the reverse.
Yeah, waltzes exist.
2-3 times a thing. Good enough. Math works the same way.
That's a good point. I mean, so much of Rwby is high tech or dust. Sort of a supernatural feel to it. It's kind of nice to step back and go to just a ball.
And epaulets, apparently.
That's cool.
I think the outside of this particular set we had to revise like 3 or 4 times because we realized there was 3 trees in the front and that's where the ground ended, and then it just went off into nothing.
So, Chapter 7, we're here with Patrick, Jeff, and Maggie, our production coordinator. And I'm Daniel. And,
Hi, Daniel.
Hi, how are you?
I love Port Nublex relationship.
Yeah,
I want that developed.
they have a Mario and Luigi thing going on.
Oh, Glenda.
I like the full love triangle we got going
Yeah.
on. with, Glinda
There's a
and
short,
husband.
fat red one and a tall green one. Which one do you think is which?
I was just putting 2 and 2 together.
Jesus, man.
Everyone Everyone told me we didn't need punch glasses.
Yeah.
Originally, they were holding coffee cups, right?
Yeah, well, originally there was also floating shit in this shot. Am I allowed to swear?
What do you mean?
Yes,
Okay.
I did it a ton already.
Oh yeah, swearing's fine.
Oh man, I'm getting these characters rigged was so much fun. What do we do? Like
Oh
all
my
20 of them in a
God.
week?
Poor Charles. Shout out to Charles.
Yeah, Charles
Yeah.
is amazing. Charles
We would
Taylor.
have died without Charles Taylor.
Yeah.
Nerd 3D, you got this.
Wise perfectionist.
It is really cool to see so many different styles on these characters this season.
Yeah.
John,
Did you design all the? Have we already talked about the design of every single dress?
the dresses? Oh yeah, the dresses are all mine. I designed every single one of
Do
them.
you have a favorite?
I love Ruby's, but the thing was, we took Eileen, our last concept artist. She actually did a bunch of dresses like just for the 4 girls, and so the thing with this season, we were trying to meld them into the current model that we have for dresses, and so I took her design and then fiddled with it a bit for the 4 main girls, and then we applied it to the actual, dresses that we see here. Pretty awesome. Oh god, these scenes.
Man, this set, there's like no background stuff, so I had to build like, the entire city.
Yeah, I think you came to me in a panic one day because you were just like, "Is there supposed to be anything behind here?"
We
Or,
need a city now. Yeah.
Yeah, Dustin was really happy there weren't a lot of lower leg shots of Pyrrha in this
Oh,
dress, because that was a big thing.
We
with
actually had 2
Charles.
versions. We had
Yeah.
the dynamic one and then like the half dynamic
Because we
one.
weren't sure
and-
what would work.
Well, even
and-
that, though, like
yeah.
I remember Dustin being like, "What are we gonna do with this?" So we're fortunate how well it works, especially going up the stairs.
Oh yeah, can't believe that shot worked.
Oh well, we cut that shot short too.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, let's make this quick and easy.
So it's like all departments contributed to making that one
And
work.
then let's put it into the trailer.
yeah.
These scenes are always tricky, just from, like, I know from an animation perspective and everything, but also like, nothing's going on sound-wise. It's just like,
Do you have any crickets?
it's just
or-
there are crickets and a little bit of wind.
Nice.
You can't hide anything there though. Like, so then
We
it
should put
seems
some
like
fireflies or something in the back just to sort of liven
Oh,
it
My
up.
name
well,
Raymond.
You want time for that?
you want to comp that in?
No.
Yeah, I see a lot of good ideas. Nobody wants to work on them now.
You can't do that in edit.
Not very well. I could do it. It just wouldn't look great. So yeah, it's
Aw,
just
Pyrrha.
footfalls and
Yeah,
footfalls
no,
and
poor
wind.
Pyrrha.
And music. Music always helps in scenes like this.
I love Jean confronting Neptune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's Miles and Carrie.
Oh man, these plants.
Oh yeah, it really is. Oh Christ.
Although I've always wondered in what region of this world did the fist bump come about? Because like,
Mistral.
Yeah,
he knows.
probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're
Sun
s-
and Neptune even get a little sparkle when they do it one time.
Oh, sure.
So
See?
they're the OGs with that, I guess.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Do we have to explain it?
Daniel is really, really white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try, what's it called? The dictionary that's not a dictionary. Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Kara.
Okay.
I'll look that up. Could look that up.
This commentary is gonna be so stupid,
Oh
by
my
the
God,
way.
I'm sorry.
I apologize to you guys
I
that are
told
listening to
them
this.
I wasn't gonna do it. I'm sorry.
Oh, it isn't just you. It's all of us. It's
Do you
okay.
want do you want to explain a little bit about your job and how you keep us all sane?
Watch the production diary.
Oh, there. Yeah, she's got a
well
nice little
said.
bit in there.
Yeah, way to go. Oh man,
I don't want to
plug.
bore people too much.
way to cop out.
Way to plug the extra features
I make a
in
great
the disc that
Tetris
people are already listening
reference
to.
analogy thing.
Then just go talk
Is-
to her.
It's fun to see Jean kind of stern. Or
Take the
sort of-
alpha.
Yeah, he's serious.
I've heard that's the way.
This is like he's channeling his inner Pyrrha.
Is he always wearing goggles?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he always wears his goggles.
'Cause we did not make one without.
He's ready for action.
He only uses them once, but
Plus, if he's got to go
Yeah.
diving, this is a pool.
Go talk to her.
Oh, are you gonna
Season 3, guys.
water?
I like how in the food
Water?
fight. Wait, what?
That's gonna be interesting.
I love the way Carrie delivers the line. I can't dance.
All right. Only one thing left to do.
Aw, Jean, you're a
that
good
was-
guy.
It was like,
That was
Oh,
an
this
evil
shot
look,
didn't have
though.
that.
I
It
know,
was an
I know,
evil
I
look.
know what the intention was, but it's kind of
squinty
evil.
eyes.
Patrick, you boarded this scene.
I did.
Yeah,
oh
you
yeah, I
boarded
did.
a lot of
I did
dance.
storyboards
Aw,
in
Penny.
this. Yeah. Oh, Penny.
You're
So
one
cute.
shot, and we had to make you a dress.
Well, I remember in that storyboard, the only thing you did different, I think, was the foot of the guard tapping. I think. I just remember that being a thing where, like, at one point the guard decides, oh yeah, I like
Yeah,
this.
he grooves along with it. Wait, did we
Sorry,
cut it?
White Rose shivers.
No, it's in there.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
very subtle. In your boards, it was very obvious.
Yeah,
And in here, it's very.
I can't believe
subtle.
how spacious they made this set look.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
It's like such a
Because
tiny
Caesar
room.
made the inside of this last year.
Mhm.
He did. The dressings was new for this year.
Yeah.
We were really nervous how that reflection was going to come out on the ground.
Oh yeah.
It looked
Yeah.
like
I
some
think what y'all
glass.
did was fantastic. Like
Yeah.
I had no idea how you guys were gonna solve that.
I didn't either, really.
I was worried about trying to fill this room with the ambience and the reactions to Sean's. I dreaded that.
I did some great laughing for this.
I think we all did some laughing for
Yeah.
it.
Jeff was distinct. If you listen,
Do you have a
I'm
guffaw?
embarrassed to laugh now.
like you and Harley have a very distinctive laugh. No, I mean most
we work
people
off
do.
of each other well.
Well, most people do. Yeah, but it was interesting to just stick you all in
I'm
a
gonna
booth
make Nora's
and
dress
just,
for myself.
If we make us stare at each other too long, we're about to
Oh,
start
here
laughing.
comes the dancing queen.
Yeah. I was really wondering how this is going to come out. It went pretty well in terms of the gender bit. Well, Harley is an awesome animator.
Oh yeah.
And actually, I like how the song turned out too.
Yeah.
Going back and forth with Jeff on that one. Because originally, when I have to temp these things out, I just give them, I give them a dance song, and was like, I went to Carrie and Graham, were like, can we just keep the dance song going throughout Cinder's fight scene? and Jeff ran with it, and just like it keeps going.
Yeah, Daniel was so excited when he got new stuff from Jeff for that stuff. He made me listen to it, like, because I sit next to him. So.
It's Jeff Williams, in case anyone.
Not this Jeff.
But,
I didn't know you were a musician, dude. That's awesome.
They just bang pots and pans.
Well, it's exciting when an idea kind of it could fall apart.
Yeah.
But
Emerald's dress is
Absolutely,
really
all
good,
of this
too.
could have
I'm gonna
fallen
make that for
apart.
me,
So
too.
the fact that it succeeded is pretty awesome.
Mhm.
that is true.
Pat,
That is
you want to
true.
design all my dresses?
This bitch. Oh, I mean, not.
Well played.
I was talking about Cinder, not.
Never mind, Patrick.
And you had to design the cat suit, as I like to call it.
I did design the cat suit. I believe I got some last minute changes though.
Yeah, I think Monty kind
The
of tweaked it a
cleavage?
little bit.
Yep. I didn't do that
Because I
part.
didn't remember that in the design.
We actually had a couple more dress designs that we weren't able to use
We
just
did,
out of
yeah,
time
yeah,
for
yeah.
getting it rigged.
No, when I was first trying to plan that, I had like 3 different variations for 4 different skin tones and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And Pat was just like, what?
I love that we were able to
No.
get skin tones in there. The whole community was looking a little bit segregated at the beginning of the season.
That
so.
was one thing we really wanted to try to
What?
put in was to add some skin tones.
You have never seen that goofy face.
No.
Yeah.
No, that was great.
I remember when Gray was like, "Did you know there was an inside of this set?" And I had already lit it and sent it off for animation. I had no idea like this whole part existed.
Yeah,
I had to go back and
Tim
write it.
actually made this.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Tim,
did.
who tends to be a character modeler for us, he took on some of the load for Caesar because there were so many new sets this year, and he just did a fantastic job with it. Like he basically had a week and a half to do this. It's
I think
crazy.
that's 2 sets stitched together, right?
Well,
Like,
they
you
were meant to
shouldn't
be.
They're meant to be. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is actually physically 2 sets, but like I think I took the elevator, I ripped it out of the bottom level and put it on the top, so it would look like they were the same. They have the
Spider-Man
same
shot.
art style, so.
Yeah.
This was ad-libbed by Carrie and Shane last minute, and like Shane handed me the audio and was like, "This is what goes there." I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to listen to this."
Could have just been fart jokes.
It could have been. I mean, instead it's Wi-Fi.
What's wrong
but-
with fart jokes?
And nothing, not at all.
I
I
like a
enjoy
good
a good
fart
fart
joke.
joke.
No, poop jokes are funnier.
Yeah.
Well, that's true,
Such
but
an elitist.
it's trying to sound a little bit like a
Shit.
classy lady.
Oh, right.
Oh,
these
is that
exist.
the locker from
Yeah.
last
I
season?
forgot
Yeah, I
these
was
things
telling you
exist.
yesterday that
Holy
we
hell.
call back to them.
It's a callback. That's
yeah.
right.
So, rather than having Jean in a locker flying across campus, we now have Ruby Scythe.
What it's actually meant to hold.
Yeah.
Oh, these are fun. I remember Carrie came to me like last week and was asking me to switch up the screens so we could do things to them. They were totally built together with the keyboard, so that was fun.
We spent so much time trying to figure out what the screens are going to sound like.
Yeah.
That's got to be an odd thing to think
And like
about.
what
It's
the
very
timing
odd.
between them is. Like that I remember that discussion happening next to my desk.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
guess you couldn't use any like the tube sounds because it wouldn't make
Yeah.
much sense.
not in this.
And it's
And you always get mad at me when I try to bring like logic into what we build and
This
try to
is
figure it out for
the
stuff.
first time. No, okay.
computer sounds are just hard because you're trying to like. Are you trying to be?
I think that you're making excuses for yourself.
That was a good computer sound right there.
couple
It really
beep
was. It almost
boops.
sounded like an
and
old
Well, right, but is it like
movie.
is it like TNG beep boop or is it like original beep boop?
We meet
So
again.
the difference between
I haven't seen.
And-
I've only seen clips from this during rendering. I haven't
Oh,
actually
really?
seen the fight scene itself.
Yeah, I know it's super
Whoa.
awesome.
Shane
Shane
just
did
does
this.
so
yeah.
much cool work.
Shane did this, and Ian did some of the in between, not as actiony parts. But yeah, it's crazy what he was able to bring out of a paragraph of bold text in the script.
Yeah.
That does happen. I've read some scripts where they're just complete fight sequences in 2 sentences, and you're like,
Yeah.
wow, they really expanded that in the movie.
Yeah.
But
she's gone.
Where did she go?
there she
Oh,
is.
there she is. What is this nonsense?
Those glyphs. Just like, I think we have a whole library of nothing but glyphs now.
Yeah, and we just had to put Glinda's glyphs
Yeah, I
into
had to
a
put
shot.
those together
Yeah.
yesterday. Yeah.
All the different people's glyphs are different, so if you didn't notice, check them out.
Are there any other secrets to the scene?
Neptune dancing wildly.
Yeah.
There
There's
are-
apparently a Grim in one of
Yes,
these shots
yes,
that
there
I've never
is.
seen.
Can
you
earlier,
find
I
it?
think.
There is a twerking Grim in one of Dustin's shots.
In the first sequence.
Yeah, when John comes up.
Yeah.
If you can find it, message Maggie Tomine
You'll see that.
on Rooster Teeth website.
Did you design that dress?
Which one?
The
Or
cinders.
Cinders.
normal,
Yeah.
That I like that one. That's nice. That fits. That
It
fits
was very,
really
very
well.
like the dark whatever, and then like the slight little like to go along with their firepowers, the glittering and stuff like that.
Because
Yeah.
theoretically, I guess she has some dust. Maybe. could
Yeah,
be in
yeah.
That dress.
She has, yeah.
And part of the script was that she's wearing basically something along the lines of Cinderella, but not
Right.
because obviously Cinder. But
Cinderella.
it was
just
really
put that
weird
together.
trying to get like.
Oh my God, Blake.
I wasn't sure how
good dance.
I
I've never
was
seen a
gonna
dance.
make the transition between like a black glass and how we were gonna make that read, and I just think you did it really well.
Thank you.
The Queen.
Bells.
The Queen.
Or bells here.
The bells are actually part of the music, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there are 12.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Chapter 8.
Beacon.
Ozpin.
I love this set. This may be my favorite set of the
Yeah.
whole season.
And it's so funny. Someone found the desk like pretty quickly
Yeah.
after it was shown.
Well, let's be fair. I think Caesar
Wait, in real
found the
life?
desk pretty quickly
Well,
that he used to
yeah.
model it. So.
Yeah.
Wait, in real life,
Yeah,
there's
it's
a
a
desk.
real
Oh yeah, there's a desk that
Caesar
looks
modeled it after his
not
little
just like
desk.
this, but it's a red desk, but it has gears on the inside of it as well that move.
Does it
And-
tell time?
No, it has no function.
Yeah.
The gears are just purely aesthetics.
Oh man. Well, that's cool.
As are these. In fact,
Those
most of these
shadows
gears
look
are not
really
actually
good.
attached to anything.
Actually, they do serve a function. You just don't know it yet.
Well, I'm telling you, they're
And
not
neither
attached
do
to
you.
anything as the guy who made them turn around.
I think
Fair.
I know the function.
Yeah, apparently there was one shot where like Austin sped them up a bunch in his desk or something.
This is where I guess the Ironwood and Ozpin relationship is kind of
Butting.
butting
Yeah.
heads
Yeah.
here.
Because they have two different ways that they deal with situations, and unfortunately, Ironwoods can sometimes seem like the better, but there might be a long play
Guns, and more
to
guns.
pay attention to.
Yeah, well,
The gears
I
are
think
really
it built his arc for the season kind of builds nicely, and it's spaced out pretty well.
fought the night we met Rwby.
Embedding dust into clothing.
This set's fun too because they have I think we have 2 different sets of walls in there, 3 different versions of the ceiling depending on what the animator needs. Because one of them's inverted so you can look from above, and then one's not so you can look from below.
I thought it looked kind of cool when you could see the geometry all messed up, like on the.
Yeah, I
ceiling.
did too. Unfortunately, it didn't look solid like a,
Yeah.
like a piece of metal.
I thought it looked awesome though, but we fixed it. Don't
We had to
worry.
steal these elevators too so we could attach them and make it look
Yeah.
like they were attached to something.
Interesting.
How long does it take to create and rig and model?
These gears, I think I rigged them all in one night. The hardest part was figuring out the ratios, depending on the size of the gear.
The desk took Caesar a week and a half alone, probably.
Yeah, modeling's a lot harder than rigging with
Yeah.
these kinds of things, just because rigging's more like just setting up a pivot and telling it to spin so many times per frame.
Jeez.
Harley can go really cartoony really easily, which I love. And
Yeah, she often gets called out for what she's able to bring that we weren't expecting in different shots.
Let's be honest, anybody who's worked with Harley knows that she can, in real life, go from normal to
Yeah.
cartoony very quickly.
That is very true.
sometimes I'm told that my sound effects can be too cartoony as well.
It's hard to say when you're working on an anime-based you know. It's
Well, at least now
sort
you
of a
have
great
X-ray
line.
and Vab where you can just shit all that out.
Yeah, it's a fine line, but there are moments.
Hey! Wrong show. Back to Rwby. Thank you very much. Screw you guys.
Hey, I'm a supporter. I work on that.
You're kicked off.
Ouch.
You can't do that. Kick you off. No, I can't do that.
Anyway.
I wonder how comfortable that chair is.
It doesn't look too comfortable.
It really doesn't.
Maybe
It's kind of medieval, really.
Yeah.
someone should find the chair. Put it with the desk.
We should call Caesar.
This is my favorite sequence of the whole friggin' season. Like, I'm in love with this. Because all the girls' reactions to what is about to show is crazy.
Oh, we're here, right.
Yeah.
I was wondering, I was like, what is this? Oh, God.
There was another version of that shot that was kind of
Man, I have been
inappropriate.
waiting. I have been trying not to spoil
Hello.
this for so long.
I know. He's so cute.
Doggy.
You have no idea how many revisions we had to go through on that dog. I
Oh,
think it's
sweet baby
probably
Jesus.
20 revisions. He's like, he's not cute enough.
Yeah. Jeff, you did amazing work with Spy.
Thanks. I mean, I worked with Monty a lot on it, to be honest, but
Does he have like
came out pretty well.
Does he have like different dials for like the tail and the tongue? And
Yeah, and his ears are they can move, and then they have blend shapes on top of it to give it extra movement, and then his eyes are rigged, and his mouth is separate. His
Just
tongue,
watch
so
Blake
he's
during
got a pretty
this.
complicated
Yeah.
little rig, really.
Blake is so cute.
Yeah, I love that we did this with Blake.
And it took Harley forever to get this shot done, but it was worth it. Like
I could just see her
it's
like
just-
staring at cats for like a week to get that.
It's such a
that
long
pose
shot
down.
too. Like
Yeah.
to get the software to behave for that long and have that many different people reacting different ways is
That is
just
the
crazy.
most tightly, efficiently packed little tube.
Hey, look, Jeff, a can opener.
See,
Oh, you son of a.
How do we tell the tale of that can opener?
the can opener. So basically, never buy your assets online if you can help it, because you'll
Oh,
end up
yeah.
remodeling all of them by hand.
Yeah,
Oh,
that can opener had like so much
70
geometry.
million
It had more
different
polys on it. It was
faces
heavier than our heaviest set. That one little can opener.
Yep.
and it was, it
did
was
you guys
crazy.
have? Did you guys?
You just remade it, didn't you?
I did. I
yeah,
remodeled
you just
it.
remade the
It
fucking
was-
thing.
Did it have like Schnee incorporated stuff?
Oh
in
my
there?
God.
Why would the Schnee Dust Company make a can opener?
You know, because we
Maybe it's dust
I'm
power.
so glad
because
you're
we
not
were
in
so
that
tied
direction.
into the fucking can opener. God.
I'm just saying. You never know when you're gonna have a
Oh
close
my
up.
goodness! Never let him near your table.
Yeah, no.
Hey
he's
guys, it's
not
those little
anywhere now.
details
Ah.
that just bring the show together. Okay, and
This is why you sit over in editing.
Just slap Schnee
You
Dust
stay over there
on
with your
everything.
sound and stuff, okay?
Let's throw a white thing goon
I'll
over
take
here.
care of the
It's a little
visuals.
tidbit about this microphone. It can extendo. It goes.
Yeah.
It just keeps on going up.
Can extendo.
That's an
Yeah,
outfit
that's
from
gonna
last
be a
year.
verb now.
Nice.
is that also made by the Schnee dust?
Actually, it is.
Yeah, that one is. We actually had time to do
I
that
put it. I
one.
put an engraving on the bottom of it.
Oh,
But that makes
you're
sense.
cool
There's
with.
power involved with that.
We had more than 20 minutes to put it together.
I'm just saying, my idea doesn't seem so absurd now.
No,
Yeah.
it still does.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
okay,
Yeah, we're not
well.
giving you that.
Glad to see we're all.
Dumbass.
Actually, this is we can't hear it right now because of the volume sound, but this is actually one of my favorite cues of the entire show right here. That I think this was Alex, but the Ozpin speech and becoming hopeful and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out how to take this very expositional scene and kind of give it some weight.
Well, it's nice to also be able to tell the fans why our characters are named after colors.
Yeah.
I remember
It's
setting
like-
these screens up was really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because we did most of the graphics in comp, so we render the screens out, and then we have to kind of hand track all those graphics onto there, and then key the opacity so that it looks like it's kind of floating in a hologram. It's kind of a tricky little endeavor.
Yeah, what usually happens with that kind of stuff is just like, hey, we have this hologram, we need some graphics for it.
It's usually how
Pat?
it goes. Yeah, you're very popular.
I actually dread whenever there's a screen because I have to make a freaking
Noise for it?
sound. Yeah,
Like a
something.
computer noise?
It's not as easy as you think. Because here's
Beep boop, Daniel. Beep boop.
go boop yourself.
Oh my god.
hey.
The alarms? Wait till we get there.
Oh, well, we haven't heard the final one because that's still being mixed. But it's just really tricky because here's one of the tricky parts is that there are so many different computer beep boops out there in the world. You have to find, and you have to try to find them all and then filter through them.
You ever just go to a Radio Shack and just press all the buttons?
Well, yeah, that's my Saturday.
That sounds fun.
And then you make a robot.
You guys are retarded.
But just saying. But overall, it's all fun. The computer beep boops.
I love the Ozpin leaning in a couple shots. I think that because it
Do we get
used
to
to
see down
be
his shirt?
back when it was like first like in a layout pass basically. Like Joel made it so that Ozpin was just like making this doofy face like.
Jesus.
Like, just like the biggest smile and.
I'm
just-
glad the audio captured your expression
Right?
there.
Well, that's why I tried to describe it.
Originally, actually, that was all one shot.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody really cares about this, but like that was one shot, and
Your eyes are open. You're not sleeping.
Shut up, man. It's called
I'm
magic.
giving the listeners a chance to
Play by
view
play.
what we're doing.
should we talk about his cape?
Whose cape?
Your cape.
My
Oh,
cape.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pat
Anna
just
made
got
me
a
a
cape.
cape.
Patrick is sitting here
It
on a
looks
cape.
awesome.
Yes, Anna made me a cape for my birthday. I'm not wearing it right now, but it's right behind me.
Anna's the best.
I love Anna.
She's so sweet. Can we just talk about Anna?
So this
Back
was,
to the Rwby commentary.
this,
Jesus.
this was the shot that was all one, and I was like, well, we need to cut back to the girls, and then have this little comedic
Women.
moment with Ozpin. It's funnier if it's broken up.
Yeah.
Plus, it'd be a jump cut to the four girls again.
Shout out to Make-A-Wish Foundation. We always make sure to try to get someone who comes to visit us at least a small part if we don't have something bigger to give
Jacob
them.
is his name.
Yeah.
Jacob. Yeah.
Jacob Strickler.
And which
Thank
part
you.
did he play?
The kid that just walked past.
Team
that's
Coffee's
awesome.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
No.
got and then this is
Oh,
this
it's
is
so
Katie.
cool to see.
Yeah, Katie.
It's cool to see Velvet's
Yeah.
battle gear.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was one of our biggest sort of enigmas last season. Is what was that character going to turn into?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, we wanted to be something.
Yeah,
No,
something
I
cool.
don't know it.
Yeah.
But she's kind of I like how
I love
she's
her
kind of
art design
developing
too,
on
especially
that.
the way her hair kind of clips back. It's
Yeah,
very,
man, I wish I could remember the artist's name right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
she did a
that
really
was
good job
great
on it.
Monkey.
submission.
Monkey, yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, did an
Production
awesome
diary.
job.
So I filmed the whole process of making Velvet.
I should watch those.
I love
Duh,
that.
Weiss.
What is Oobleck?
Oobleck is awesome.
Christ.
He's so energetic. It's just really
Joel
fun to
does
hear
an
him talk.
amazing job with him.
Yeah,
Like,
he
I don't know
does.
how he's able to deliver those lines as fast as he does
Without-
and enunciate as well as he
Without
does.
passing out.
Yeah.
You know, just from
And
lack of
just
breath.
like still being able to emote with it. Like you really get to delve into Oobleck's character in this.
The funnest thing, and I made sure that I was pretty much at every single recording session, is recording with Joel.
Yeah.
It is so much fun to hear him and edit him because what he does is he'll do three passes where you say the line three times and then you can pick, but he just doesn't stop. Like usually you'll stop after a line and get feedback or whatever. He just goes and goes and goes, and then at the end he's like, "Okay, is that good? I want to do it again." He's just in that mode.
I
And it's
see him
just
like kind
full
of
of
come in
energy.
like calm and then just turn into this character. And
Oh
like,
my gosh, yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So I always love recording with Joel, and he's just making jokes all the time too.
Yeah, of course.
So it's really good. But did you have to? Cause he's got a whole new outfit.
Yes.
Did you guys go further with that outfit? Like was he like true like camo gear? 'Cause he
No.
isn't camo, but like.
No, I mean, it was basically like, let's make him into safari kind of explorer kind of dude, and that was basically it. So it's a pretty simple outfit. I mean,
I mean, that was a decision pretty late into our modeling process.
It really
so
was.
we kind of had to limit ourselves, unfortunately, with that design. But I think it turned out amazing. Like, I love the way he looks right now.
He's
We'll
very similar to
see.
Pyrrha in the sense of the dress. I mean, that coat to get it to
Yeah.
rig.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We're
Fun to
still
do.
running into issues we have to fix with that coat.
I wish that his hat could fly off.
I hate you.
Jeff's just brain exploded. Like, how?
Fuck
I'm sure you could do that though, right? Yeah. It would take 2 different models. No?
I don't know.
Maybe
There's
next
always
year.
a way. If there's
Maybe
a will,
next
there
year.
is a way. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking of Indiana Jones type when
The
like, just
arduous task of
the
taking
hat
off
comes
a hat.
off.
You'd be surprised. Like if it's not in the initial design, it's usually a pain in the royal ass to
Because
split
we're
off
not
later.
going to model hair under a hat.
Exactly.
It's not meant to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has no cranium
Skull.
underneath that hat. Yeah, it's just there.
Oh, didn't we have to add eyes to him? Because we finally saw behind
Oh
his
yeah,
glasses?
he
We saw
didn't have
behind his-
eyes for the longest time. He
Oh,
just had
last
he
season?
just
I
had the
thought we-
glasses
No,
like
this
sealed to
season.
his face.
Yeah,
I
we
remember
added that
it was
this
the same
season.
thing when they animated. Can we take his glasses off? I was like, why? Do we need that?
What are you doing?
Well, no, his glasses. Yeah, it's true. I actually really like this sequence because it's really interesting when you get all the play blasts and you're just seeing it, no sound, just the dialogue. You're like, how are these things flowing together? And kind of an editorial with the music. We're like, in this particular sequence, I was like, we're on a mission. We're going to this very bare landscape. Let's build up in the airship, and then we'll kind of like go to nothing right here. And it helps sell the fact that we're in the middle of nowhere, or a dead place at least. What is this set like, Jeff?
This actually was a lot of fun, I have to say. For the most part, we didn't have to tear apart that one building, which we'll come up to later. I think I had to tear apart like 7 or 8 times, but that's just so we could tear off so many walls and they could film through it. For the most part, the set was pretty much put together, and it was a lot of fun to light. That rigging that backpack so that Zwei could come out of it.
that was not something originally in the plan.
That was a challenge. We actually had to work with the animator pretty closely to find the right camera angle to pull that off without it kind of coming
God,
through.
these next 2 shots are my favorite.
Jesus.
God, it's so good.
Oh,
and then
my God.
Zwei is so
He's
cute.
so
Oh my goodness.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
So I remember Monty, could we put teeth? He needs to be able to bite. Because he had no teeth at first.
So Zwei is a combination of Meg's dog, Penny, and Dustin's dog, Penny.
Penny Lane
makes
and
sense.
Mrs. Penny Apple.
Yeah.
Found that out for the credits.
Go fuck
Well,
yourself.
and I auditioned a few dogs at the company, Luna and Bella.
You did.
Who are just John's dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the ones that worked were these little wiener dogs, and they worked very well.
There are a lot of dogs named Penny in the office.
Yep.
So one of the biggest differences this season, if you look closely, you'll see specular highlights on a lot of the weapons. That was one of the things last year. We didn't use lights, and so everything came out very flat. And Monty, it was one of his big interests to have those things look more 3D. So it's one of the biggest reasons we went with lights this season was so that we could show off how metallic their weapons looked. Sort of a
that's
little
cool.
tidbit. Yeah.
Yeah, and we really started to play with the textures or materials that live in this world because we wanted to go, Monty especially wanted to go more away from organic sort of materials and into more of like.
It's such a fine line too, because
Yeah.
on one end you do want to have different materials in there to show brick versus wood, for instance. But on the other hand, because it's
We
the
don't
art
wanna
direction
put
we're
too
going
much
with,
detail
yeah, it's
and-
got to be kind of flat. In fact, I remember kind of flattening out a lot of our textures to make the world seem a little bit more simplistic.
Jesus.
Have you not seen this?
No.
It's awesome.
I am super proud of this sequence.
Yeah, this was
it's really cool.
Daniel's little baby that he got everyone on board with.
Yeah, I went to Carrie when I first read the script and was cutting together the dialogue and was like, "Hey Carrie, so when I read these 3 to 5 pages, I see split screen. Like just let's fill this whole section with split screen." And he was like, "I'm on board. Let's see how it works."
It added a lot more suspense.
Oh yeah.
And this is Shane's stuff here, right?
Yeah, this is all Shane, and we had to coordinate with a few, like, when the close-ups would happen and different things like that.
I love that.
That's just Shane's doing. I threw it in there.
Yeah, Shane puts so many cute little things into his sequences.
I knew I did something right when Erin Zek was watching this the other day, and she, got to the sequence and was like, "What the hell is this show, Samurai Jack?" And I was like, well,
Yes.
That's exactly what we were going for.
It's like, sweet, I win. So that's pretty fun. And now Carrie's actually gone through and made all of these transitions just a
Yeah,
little
they
bit
look
cooler.
really cool now.
It was really fun cutting up all the different Beowulfs so we'd have body parts to litter. Yeah.
Wait, what?
That's not something we really dealt with
You
before.
sick asshole.
I'm sorry, I get my thrills.
We're still trying to define sort of where that gore line is for us. So
No
we didn't
blood.
have Grim already chopped up because we weren't sure exactly where we were going to go with it. But like as the Grim get explained more and you start to understand what they are,
Right.
it's not as gory.
I mean, how could you kill them without having a few of them get chopped up, though? I mean,
Well, yeah. And
she's
they,
got a giant
I mean, they got chopped up in the
They
Rwby
dissolve.
trailer.
And
Yeah,
that's really
they
what we
did.
used for the inspiration for how to cut those up.
I also try not to. I try not to add too
I
many.
like that one. That's
I
just
try not
fine.
to add too many guts to the sound.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that reinforces it.
Yeah.
So instead, it's just.
It's
So
definitely
no-
still more of an implication. than
Not
anything
too
else.
much. You'll hear more of it when the Grim get shot, but when they're getting chopped, it's like we're not seeing bits of blood. So
Right, right.
I'm not I'm thinking they're kind of these ghostly. It's this otherworldly kind of thing. So they don't necessarily have guts.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah.
Yeah, the way Grim gets developed this year is really interesting, and I'm excited where we get to go with that.
I noticed we're not really dissolving them this year. Didn't last year when they stabbed them, they kind of dissolved into.
Well, we're
Sometimes
A little
bit.
it happens off screen.
I hear. So sound then.
No, it's just
I
it's
mean-
a
Making
thing.
this complicated, Jeff.
Sorry, I was curious.
It's complicated enough, so it's like the off-screen space. It's very
Sure.
important.
Well, I mean-
Dustin had so much trouble with her feet in that shot. Like, because it's down, pointing at her feet. And so, like, just getting those to line up.
I remember complaining about those. The little Nevermores. Those were
Yeah.
fun to shrink.
Yeah, Dustin hated Daniel after this.
I didn't do anything. I just
You're
you
the
know.
one who told him how to...
This is
Yeah, I
the
did.
building I was talking about that she's going in now. I had to cut it up. I think literally every animator who worked on this whole section or worked in this building at all came to me at some point and said, "Do you think we could tear one more wall out?" So this one building got torn apart so many times. Everything else is pretty much exactly as I received it.
The
That's
still-
cute. It's left over from the first chapter.
I was really happy with the music for this section. I put we didn't know if it would work, and some people like it, some people are kind of on the fence. But I put in X-Men First Class.
Yeah.
Some the montage music from that as the temp, just to
that's
be
fun.
like, let's see, because I was doing a montage, and it kind of worked together, and then they flow into this sequence with the Goliaths that's really awesome. Did you design the Goliaths? that we're about to
I
see?
did most of
No,
them.
Monty
The
did.
Goliath.
You
did?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He was just like, we need a demon elephant, Jeff. And I was like,
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
the only thing I did in it was touch some textures, but no, he really put it all together.
yeah, it was so much fun. What really helped though was that mask,
Ta-da.
because we took the Borba tusk and I ripped his tusk off, and I ripped I think I took the shelf from it was either the
Ursa?
Deathstalker, the Ursa. That's what it
Yeah.
was. And we just reshaped it and Pat retextured it, and then the spikes came off of Ursa's. I just kept layering them.
Thank God
Yeah.
we had that badass Ursa in the first volume.
Seriously. So now we should do a music video with the Goliaths.
Yeah. Should tell Shane before he gets started.
Yeah, definitely. No, they really came out well.
I was trying to figure out. This was actually one of the easiest. This was the easiest Grim to create because each Grim has its own distinct sound that goes with it, and this one is just really slowed down elephant noises and really slowed down breathing monsters because to get that kind of.
God, I love how wise they look, even though they're grim. Like,
Yeah.
you can still
You can tell they're
see
kind of
the
an ancient-
knowledge behind the face. So good job, Jeff.
Well, I love that Pat kept the basic skin texture because it could
Yeah.
have just been stark black like all the other Grim.
Yeah, no,
with
but
the
I
white, but
love having the
Yeah, it adds a lot of
elephant-looky-
depth for sure.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Nice moss.
How else did you save the
Did
show,
you just call
Patrick?
him Moss?
No, he has moss on his skin.
Oh,
Not
they're calling
Pat,
him
the
Moss
Goliath.
from
Yeah.
IT Crowd.
Should do a Rwby radio play. I still want to do that. No? No one's-
the Grim were coming at the
Oh goodness.
Wow.
I don't know.
What have we
Oh,
started?
Christ.
That's why I am behind the scenes. And I'm getting a look from Kara.
This is actually Joel. I remember talking to Joel about Oobleck in these kind of situations. He was really happy that he got to kind of get away from the goofy Caboose character and dive into a character that, although goofy at times, is still a serious person.
He's a teacher.
And he's a hunter.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, and so like this scene, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready for this kind of thing," you know. So he's super excited for these kind of things.
Well, that's good to hear.
Well, it's kind of fun to see. You know, every professor seems to have his own mind games in this school.
Yeah.
So it's fun to see how Oobleck like screws with the students.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
We need more flirty.
They're all like
more flirty port. Oh,
Remember
God.
when he points and winks at Yang last year?
Creepy.
That's
so
true.
We need more of that.
Who
he
else?
does Pat Oobleck, so who knows? Maybe they have a thing.
I hope. I don't.
Well, theoretically, he works with.
I'm gonna call them Poob, because it sounds like poop.
It's very possible that he works with Team Coffee, so you never know what's going on with him and Velvet.
Or Yatsuhashi.
That's gross.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Where are Fox's eyes?
Deep within his soul.
Oh yeah, these sequences have been a lot of fun. Unfortunately, we don't always have time to put as much effort into these scenes as we would like for compositing to get all the effects in there. But this is one of the ones we were fortunate enough to be able to play with.
Yeah, Jeff did great stuff with the fires for
Thanks.
this. It was originally a cone, which is what we're seeing on screen right now, and
Yeah.
Patrick was kind of confused.
Yeah.
So, yes,
didn't
Jeff
you like
did
my
pass-
effects?
I was bowled over. Like, someone should call up James Cameron and be like, yo, you ain't
man.
got shit on
Avatar
Jeff Young.
2.
Check out this cone.
Aw, concerned Blake.
Crossfades.
I eat bread.
Hey, look, we're already in the radio play.
Good job.
Oh man, I wish we could go back and do some really like kind of moonbeams and stuff in these
Yeah.
sequences. They're really tough though.
Rwby remastered in 2025.
Yeah, maybe by next season we'll start to understand how.
And a silence fell.
Hey, look, a matte painting.
Hey, that's a
Yeah.
painting.
Yeah, Patrick did that.
Is
It
that
doesn't just say, what did it used to say?
Oh jeez,
like,
I was so
Fucking ships. I think
I
it
was,
was.
I was embarrassed because we sent that to mix with those backgrounds. They've also got though, like sometimes when we were recording the monster guy,
William Orendorff.
I just remember him as the monster guy, but no
He's
disrespect.
very nice.
But we for the Nevermore, it's the title of the clip is called Motherfucking Roar. So like we're sending them all crazy things, but
I'm sure they're used to it though if they were going to sound play.
Yeah, no, and with us.
Yeah, true that.
But I like the matte painting because originally I didn't necessarily know what was back there. It was just fucking ships. But like the matte painting totally brought this scene together for me.
A lot
Well,
more
is that like a
platonic than
mixture
I'd
of
imagine.
Christina's cliffside, and then did you add to it? Or, because that looked like her cliff.
Excuse me.
Wait.
Sorry?
Is that like Christina's cliff on the side there?
No, I did it
You
all.
did that?
Yeah.
It looks like her style. That's really good.
It's really hard because I'm not a background artist.
Yeah.
I'm typically not. I focus most of my stuff on characters.
Yeah, and Christina does a lot of the backgrounds for
Yeah,
us.
Christina does an amazing job of backgrounds and environments, stuff like that. So yeah, when I think it was Carrie told me, he was just like, "Hey, we need a background."
This right
matte
here is
painting.
probably one of the most complicated shots I've seen all season, just in terms
Yeah,
of
I
getting
can't
the
believe
effects
that
to work.
camera worked.
Oh man, no, it did not.
Oh.
Let's be clear, I could not track it. I had to make most of the 3D components and render them out separately just to
wow.
get this to work. So, always throwing a challenge my way, huh?
Yeah, no, this is a really
Wow. I love my job. Huh?
I do actually.
This actually has one of my other favorite music cues in it. Just simple. It's a simple scene except for I guess the fire.
Well, aesthetically it might be complicated, but you're right in terms of tone, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was really happy because I work in minutes.
Sorry.
Oh wait, what was this? The
God damn it, Maggie.
I haven't seen that.
No, I'm never gonna be able to see it doing anything else.
Maggie,
sorry.
this is supposed to be a technical panel. What are you?
It's a panel now?
Oh, wait.
Panel.
I thought I was just talking.
goodness.
Commentary.
You guys are-
Commentary.
We have derailed quickly.
Maybe I should just leave. You guys have fun.
Jesus.
No, you can talk about poop more.
Oh, okay.
God, no.
Yeah, Patrick has to deal with me talking about poop a lot.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I sit next to you. Do you just pass me Post-it notes that say Daniel loves poop?
It's so interesting to me how the youngest character like just understands
Oh,
her
I
life
can't
so
wait to
much
do that
more
one.
than these older people. Because I've always kind of felt like I've never understood why I do things, and there are younger people who do and do them better.
Not perfect for everyone.
Yes.
All right.
Some people just
Back to Rwby.
That's what I'm talking about.
These girls understand me.
No.
I can talk to the models and they'll be just fine. They're the only people that
You're
can.
talking about how they
Sorry.
don't understand, like they couldn't verbalize what they were trying to tell Oobleck about why they want to be huntresses. Don't
don't
be a
think
fucking
he's-
dick.
Yeah, this has to.
Oh my god.
No, I'm talking about the fucking shit.
To Maggie's point, yeah, I remember figuring out that I wanted to go into film in high school very early, and there were other people who were like, "You're so lucky, you figured it all out," and they were going through college, like from class to class, not knowing what to do or just whatever. And I was like,
Wasting money here and there.
yeah, sure, but whatever. We won't get into that discussion. But it was just, sometimes you just latch on to something early.
That's fine.
It's like the Smart Guy episode of last day.
How long can I really
I told Patrick about it already.
Okay, smart guy
Follow your
reference.
dreams.
Boobs.
Gandhi.
I wasn't gonna
about
mention.
Jiggly in the shot.
Yeah, I feel like the animators got a lot better at controlling the boob jiggle, because that was a major concern when we first like got back the physics.
They
and
can be
could
unwieldy.
see what they could do, and I remember talking with Lindsay when we first saw it and being like, that boobs don't go in circles towards each other.
We just have trampolines in every shot. Well, yeah, it depends. Turn down
This
for
commentary
what?
is gonna get cut.
Shouldn't have invited me.
She's only 2 years younger. We're all kids. Well,
I forget what they're talking about here, honestly.
They're talking about how they couldn't talk to Oobleck, but I was fucking
yes.
getting yelled at for a couple minutes ago.
Yes.
Sorry,
Maggie
I know
was.
the script better than you guys.
Well, I mean,
I don't read. I just
Yeah, I just
make
watched the edits
pictures.
right
Yeah,
when
well,
I'm
I've read
comping
the
them.
scripts a million fucking times.
Wow, you sound so happy with
I know.
that.
Yay!
Jeez.
Well, and she's watching the episodes, and it's funny how many times you actually have to watch an episode when you're creating it. Like I've rewatched all the episodes dozens of times.
Did you just send me all
And you
these
still
back? You're like, the
find
fire
new
looks great. We're actually gonna need these all to be embers.
Hey, that
It looks great. It's just like okay, we don't have that. It's all layering in After Effects to make that look.
So I remember coming up, Carrie was very, very specific about like, hey, so you're gonna have to make the peeing sound for Zwei very obvious, like, because we're not gonna see him peeing.
Sure.
Unless Jeff, could you rig him? so that-
Anytime. Yeah, I am good with the P rig.
Okay, P rig.
And there it was.
Volume 3, P rig. It's gonna be awesome.
We're really gonna push the technology in the wrong way.
This is kind of when
No.
Well, this is really the beginning of the climax for the.
yeah,
Of everything we've been doing
basically.
for the past like 2 months.
which is cool. Like I'm happy to see. Just like editorially, it was great to like. I remember talking to Carrie in chapter 9, and we only cut away in 9 and 10 back to Ironwood and Glinda.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time we leave Team Ruby, and
Yeah.
I think it's a very strong choice. And
It's very cool that we got to spend this much time working on the big finale. So I think the fans gets to see everything that we were really trying to throw at it.
well, I think it's important too because like. We need to spend the time with the team. We don't need to constantly be going back to Juniper and different
Sure.
people. It is about them working as a team and failing
I hated
together.
This stupid collapsing section. It was such a pain in the ass to work with. Because apparently when we first did the city, they didn't quite get the scale right on the buildings. So they were like dwarf buildings. Everybody was 2 stories tall when you stood them next to the
Oh,
buildings.
can we make that show?
Oh goodness, it was all so they were all giants.
Attack on-
So we had to rescale everything and then resize the street so the ground could stay the same, but the hole was.
And then, is this kind of like
The
how did you piece this set
underground
together? Because it looks like the top with a wall.
Well, Caesar modeled it for sure. I'm not going to take credit for that. And actually, he modeled 2 different versions of it. So one is sort of a smaller sort of bubble that everything's in, and then there's a much larger city that has the tracks through it.
Oh,
And
just
we
way
kind of
ahead.
edit around them.
Bam!
They
There's
hit
some brutal
Rwby.
scenes in there with that.
Jesus.
She's starting to take some hits.
Yeah.
It's
Which
nice
is
to
nice
see
to
them
really
be more vulnerable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another good fire, Jeff.
Oh, why? Thank you.
Another good cone.
I do set a lot of fire.
You stay away from my machine. I don't trust you.
You say that now, but when it dies, you. Anyway.
Jeff's
Yeah, there's Adam.
You call.
Oh, screw you, man.
Yeah.
I'll remember that next time.
Sorry,
your
Jeff, I
computer
love
dies. It's cool. These mechs are so much fun. When Monty showed me they were doing that, I loved that we were going to take the show in that direction, because that was one of the things I was most curious about last season, what the technology of the world looked like. So it's nice to go. They are kind of complicated to render. We actually use like 3 different layers because we wanted to have it sort of cartoony but also realistic. So the balance changes from shot to shot.
It's a fun reveal for Torchwick.
Yeah. Seems like every shot with Torchwick's kind of a fun reveal. He always does something different.
Hello.
Actually, yeah, anytime an animator gets a hold of Torchwick, it's usually just like, all right, what are you going to do with him?
Yeah. He's always got a new gadget or something.
Yeah.
This is kind of an odd scene because it's like Joel had to get out a lot of explanation of like what Oobleck has just figured out in a very short amount of time. But the scene itself is actually really long.
Yeah. Well, I like the replay value actually, because I had to rewind it to really get everything he was saying. He says so much.
I think the girls had to replay it too. When they're like, "What?"
I love this punch in. The second one. Dustin was so proud of that.
Jesus. I love Yang's expression there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was all. Dustin did a great job with Oobleck, and apparently, I think that's their favorite to animate this year.
Really?
Oobleck, yeah.
He's the winner.
Yeah, he's the winner this year. Last year was
he was
maybe
a winner
Nora.
last year too.
Sure, but not enough people got to work with him. I know that people liked animating Nora last year, but
more Nora.
The Nora was fun. I'm a little bit happy that we got to concentrate more on the actual team.
Yeah. It's nice to get to give people further explanation into their psyches and stuff.
I mean, we still have a few characters that we have to discover what they're about for sure.
as with any show, you know, it takes time.
It's a slow burn.
And here's the reveal of Oobleck's weapon.
I know, this is
It's
so
so
much fun.
fun.
I got to animate this thing.
Because this has been designed since last year.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just couldn't show it.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Oh.
it hasn't been rigged since last year, but it's been designed since last year.
Wait do you see what it can do?
It's so rare that I get to. So yeah, it's very rare that I get to animate anything. And when I say animate, it's not like I'm actually working the way that the animator does. I end up setting up the rig to have pre-built animation in it, so that way the animator just determines how fast they want that animation to flow. So that's how we do a lot of these kinds of weapons.
And that's built in Maya, right?
Yeah, the animation is done in Maya, and then we ported it over to Poser, and it's sort of like I said, kind of a baked animation, and then they can determine how fast it happens. So it's kind of very similar to how things are done with Transformers in 3D, where it's just like one goes to another.
Yeah, that was a whole mess of problems.
That
right
was
there.
so. Shane and I spent probably a week figuring out how to make that cane work, and then Ian, I remember saying that it was a lot of fun to work around despite all the effort.
So how did Oobleck's weapon come about?
Last season, it was just me and Monty talking. We were just like, what should his weapon be? And like, it was like he's always drinking his coffee bubble. Let's try and, integrate that into it. And so we were like, well, what about he has a thermos, like an old military thermos. All right, cool. Well, what does it do after that? And it's just like, well, the fuel, it could be a flamethrower. And then the fuel can be the coffee that he drinks, but it's not really coffee. But we're not sure what it is exactly. But if it does fire. And then we get that huge ass bat slash
And that is one bendy
flamethrower.
cane.
Well, I feel like that's a cartoony moment that I appreciate the fact that that's in there.
I'm not knocking it, just for surprise.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying why it works.
That cane actually has so many moving parts, you'd be surprised.
It does.
It's got like 12 moving parts. Plus, of course, the rope coming at the end now.
Whoa.
Yay!
Oh, jeez.
This scene actually was originally in
Chapter
10, and I suggested that we move it forward because we had two great lines. We had Oobleck saying, we're gonna have to go find your leader, And then there's Rwby here about to say, we're going to stop that train. So 10 originally ended with Rwby saying that. But for time purposes and for pacing purposes,
We weren't
it was
sure
like...
that we would finish chapter 11.
Well, there was that. There was the technical, just the logistic aspect of let's add time to the next chapter so we can have to do less. Then it ballooned. But it was also, if we're going to see the train, let's stay with the train.
Sure.
You know, like let's
I'm glad
we
did
already
that.
have two.
I feel like it works a lot
The train
better
is a
with the other
major sequence. Oh my god,
This
these things.
sequence is so cute.
I literally built 10 sets for these train sequences. There are literally 10 sets in there. And Joe McDonald, who's one of our animators, who's just fantastic, he really worked with me very closely to figure out how we were going to piece these tunnels together so everything looked like it was moving all the time.
Yeah, we had to work very closely with the animators. Editorial was constantly getting shots, changing them around. This scene, or this whole sequence, I've rearranged a lot of the order of events.
Mm-hmm.
There are just a few, like when the Grimm are revealed and all of that stuff. So it's just... That's kind of where editorial comes into play sometimes, rather than just like dropping in shots and everything. It's also helping just the pace of when are things revealed, when are things kind of unraveling and stuff like
This is kind
that.
of an example too of one of those kinds of sequences where the animators get a little more freedom to determine how it's actually going to play out. So that ends up boiling down to me working with them pretty closely. You know, hey, we need this hatch to be able to open up, or this door needs to be able to come off. And of course, it's not designed that way initially. So
One of the best lines ever is coming up.
sorry,
I think
can't
we
hear
should
it.
all just
Shut up.
let that happen because the best character of the season is obviously Deary. And I'm really glad that she got another fucking line.
We had to record it twice.
Yeah, because I'm not an actor. Sorry. I really wanted it to be, Mommy, no!
You scare me.
Deary's in the house.
Oh my god.
So, Deary, can you tell us your motivation?
No.
Fuck you, Daniel.
There you go.
It's because I'm a human.
Yeah, fuck the humans.
Jesus.
That's basically what I say right there.
I do have versions of just fuck the humans. But yeah, originally this whole fight sequence kind of came a little bit later, but when we were looking at it on the timeline and Joe was like, you know, this is the pacing, Joe was helping with the pacing of the scene, we just kind of reordered it so that we take out the goons first, and then we realize, okay, Grimm is the real problem.
Yeah.
You know? So,
this was my first attempt at exploding one of our sets. Yeah, I got to shatter the wall and the ceiling, which we'll see here.
Yeah,
bowling
it looks
pins.
great.
That was the bowling pin.
Yeah.
Did you
I
use
know.
real bowling pins?
Yeah, I mean, as well as the hits.
There we go.
but-
It's the
Yeah.
second
There's the big hole.
occurrence of bowling pins this season.
Oh man, so that's our introduction.
creep.
That's our creep.
Yeah.
Creep.
Who designed that? How did
Monty.
That's Monty.
I didn't know that
Yeah,
the
it's
snake
all
was going to
Monty.
make another appearance for
Yeah.
the longest
Yeah.
time.
My babies.
I must say, that is intimidating to see all those Grimm coming.
Yeah.
I love whenever I see the Grimm because one, I designed them, and two, we just destroyed them last season, and it made me feel really sad because they're my children. And so whenever I see them again,
I'm a creeper.
Which one are you most? Which one are you most proud of?
Deathstalker.
Deathstalker's my favorite
And he
too.
got killed the
Never
worst
tell
way.
Paco.
Well, there are more here.
Yeah, there are more here. I'm happy to see him again.
For all of those who don't know, Paco, who does our rendering, is deathly afraid of arachnids and
Yes,
scorpions.
he is.
So when he did the one last season where the Deathstalker comes out of the bush chasing Pyrrha, I thought he was going to have a heart attack.
I was just like, so I just have to talk about the train sequence from a sound perspective real quick, because it was like, I not only have the train and all the sounds that has to create, but then you throw mechs in there. It's like my sound mixer is just gonna. He's excited, but he's like, how am I gonna make all of these things work? You know?
Do we have any computer noises in this?
There's only beeps from the bomb. That was the only thing. I was like, sweet.
Yes.
I was so happy to see him finally do his thing. And Zwei. Yeah, that's a.
Yeah, we were gonna have Zwei be
It's like borders on animal abuse.
a little bit different during this, but
Shane just has to, add his little flair to it. Flair.
Really?
Jesus.
No?
What? How?
Shane, right there.
well, yeah.
Yeah, he animated that.
Yeah, no, I know.
What was different?
No, we made differences to Zwei as a
Oh.
character.
Oh,
this year.
sure.
I like how you got really offended.
I was just talking
I was
about
like, I know who
flaming
animates
slime.
the serious look on your face, just like, oh shit.
You think I don't know who animates what sequence?
Yep.
This is what I.
Oh,
get
I
every
love
day.
that we finally get to see Neapolitan in action.
You already saw her in
Yeah,
action.
we did.
In chapter 4.
But real action.
Oh, but you mean like fighting? off
Yeah,
the
I mean
not
that was
like,
sort of an illusion
yeah.
more than an actual.
It's just good to see the girls to see that they really are pretty novice at what they're doing, and they've just had
Yeah.
to fight people that are kind of shit so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah,
I love her fighting style too. It's very
What?
unique.
of all the fights in this train car, this one is my favorite because I feel like Yang's being tested out of all the girls the most.
She really is. Well, I love that we put Yang against her because Yang is such a sort of a brawny character.
Yeah.
She's a brawler.
Plus,
Yeah,
I
she
think
is.
Mio's shorter than me, which makes me feel better.
You're gonna if I see you with an umbrella, I'm gonna run.
I'm the same height as Rwby and Nora.
When I saw this sequence, I was like, oh, it's just so many whooshes. There's just so many whooshes. I only see whooshes and punches here.
You see sound now.
Well, I mean, that's
I
part
do.
of
I know. I see
Mio.
sound. Yeah.
It's understandable.
She's one of the whooshiest of our fighters.
She,
Ew. What do we call this guy? Jamaican Bane? I think
Whoa.
Monty called him once.
it was
pretty
And it
really
just kind of
fun.
stuck.
He came out of nowhere.
It was 1:30 a.m. the other night, and that's when we recorded efforts for him.
I don't know why. He kind of reminds me of.
Is it Gray doing the efforts?
Yeah, it's great doing the
Good
efforts.
guy, bad guy, or the good guy. It's a couple of the characters from Rwby that we used to use.
This is a line that I pitched to everybody. I just wanted a line where he calls her princess. I was just like, or
It's Ice Queen.
oh no,
actually.
he says they changed it. That was my pitch, but we changed it to he wants to kill a she wants to kill a Schnee, and I was just saying like we need to kind of like get Weiss to react to that, in some way.
I've loved how much Weiss has grown this season.
Yeah.
She's really
And
kind of come into
Blake.
her alone a lot, and Blake too. Blake's been kind of stressed out half the season.
Yeah, but she learns
Half
to
of
not.
every season.
Yeah, it's true.
Halfway through the season, she learns to give that up and still fight, but realize she has support. Torchwick, you stupid human.
It's cool that he put up a valiant effort.
Yeah.
You have a couple swings in
He
there.
tried.
Fact is, he's a thief.
I want to see him like
Wait,
just do a
don't
Mission
dominate
Impossible
me, please.
rope scene or something. He's not that good of a thief.
The
though.
cat show
No,
dominance?
he's really not. He's
Like how
kind of a
dogs do?
stooge.
You know
Do
how
cats
dogs
show
hump
dominance?
each other to show
Yeah, they
dominance?
do.
Do cats do that?
Not
This is so
necessarily like
random.
for on themselves. I don't know anymore actually.
Blake was being dominant over Torchwick. It's not random.
Yeah, but I mean,
All I heard was the cats and the.
I like how he was looking around for the cats in the studio, like.
I was looking around to see anybody else get this.
I make sense. I love the way Weiss fights.
Oh, I love her new her glyphs. Those
Yeah.
are really pretty. Those ones I put together. I didn't know about the time one.
That was in chapter 4 too.
I pay attention.
Yeah, obviously.
I just build this stuff.
Yeah.
This always hurts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
It's. I love the
yeah,
suspense
fuck
there.
you.
Holy cow.
I remember when Monty was first working on this, and he kind of had most of the sequence together. We kind of looked at the different points where we could intercut. So this originally he just put them all together as pretty much one scene. He had Yang at the beginning, then all of Blake and Weiss, and then Yang at the end. We're like, well, let's just intercut a little bit and let's get some more suspense about what's happening with the other girls, and it
really does. It keeps you intertwined through the entire fight, and you're not just concerned with one instance of the fight.
Yeah, and they all kind of need to resolve at a similar time. You can't have one resolve early and be wondering what's going on.
Not unless they're headed to help another one. Or
Exactly.
Something. Yeah.
It's just you've got to kind of keep that flow working together. And I remember Monty was trying to reference not in the show specifically, but we were thinking about how like at the end of Avengers, there's a lot of intercutting between the different team members and different things going on. You just have to be clear with your geography and what's going on.
Monochrome
It's easy
fans
'cause it's a
rejoice.
train.
Well, I mean, essentially, you're working with an ensemble here.
oh dear.
Biggest
Actually-
reveal of the season.
I actually do like feel afraid for these characters a little bit.
Have you not seen this?
What? No. Who the
Well,
fuck is it?
I had
No,
the-
damn.
I had this moment when
will not say
Showing
who
your
it is.
cards a
Never
little
mind,
bit.
never mind.
So,
Look, as a concept artist and whatever art director assistant, I work at the very beginning of it, and then after everything's designed, I go, all right, y'all take care of
You know
it,
what,
and I walk away.
Don't feel bad. I didn't get to see it. Till
I don't
was
feel bad about a damn
compositing
thing.
the scene, so.
Yeah, that's because at different ends of the pipeline, we're always editorial and Maggie. We're seeing everything all the time.
The rest
And
of us
you guys-
only see it when it's pertinent to us. So,
Yeah.
You know, I would be like,
And then
oh,
when it
that's a neat
airs,
character. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. And the script always changes throughout the season.
Well, yeah, that's honestly, I kind of try to avoid it a little bit till we get to see them finish. That way I can sit back and watch it as a fan anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'll always try to watch the episode as it gets aired on the site just to make sure there aren't any issues with it and stuff like that. Like, I would just love to sit back and, like, that. I like doing this right now because I get to just watch it as a fan. And I'm noticing more stuff, and it's awesome.
Please don't send me.
Well, this is...
Shotgun.
Oh, no. Shotgun's the software we use to keep track of everything.
It's
she doesn't actually have one,
amazing.
hopefully.
No, I've never shot a gun. They
How
scare
heavy
me.
do you think that scythe is? Because Rwby can just, like...
50 pounds.
50 pounds?
Well, I mean,
She's
it
strong.
would, the weight would really just be in the blade, wouldn't
I
it?
feel like they have low gravity on this planet.
Well, no. What about when it's folded up?
Huh?
What about when it's folded up? Or are you just
Weigh
talking
the
about
same.
when it's?
The
Yeah.
blade has the weight of it.
Oh,
though,
this
right?
what's coming
we
up.
talked about this scene.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
it's not necessarily
lot.
a hard metal.
Because we weren't sure. We weren't sure what to show or what was going to happen after. And
How
I
much of
assured
it-
everybody, don't worry, music will build. There will be a crash, and then we get some kind of siren.
I love
This
shot.
set took
This
me
shot is
so.
good.
It took me probably a week to tear this set apart.
Yeah. And it's taking a long time for Render to deal with it.
Yeah,
too,
there's so
which
many
is-
things. Well, we never really shattered anything to
Yeah.
the, and I had just gotten done with the tunnel, and I was like, "Yay, I've succeeded!" And they were like, "Could you just do that to the whole city block now?"
Well,
it was a lot of fun, I have to admit. And once Austin started working on the set and kind of telling me what he needed, things got a lot easier.
This is the only part of the episode, very purposefully, that has zero music. Every other second of the episode filled with music.
Any other part of the volume without music?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there are several places where there's no music, and usually it's we're doing that on purpose to kind of let the weight of the scene.
Thought you were the
Yeah,
sound
it's
designer.
very chaotic.
Yeah.
Listen to the ringtone to this.
This was I didn't know I didn't want to do more computer sounds, so I was like, what is what is John?
What's a tablet sound like without a computer?
Well,
sound
no. What
data?
is the tablet? What does the tablet ring? And I was like, oh, all these computer sounds are boring. What would John listen to? Clearly, the Ursa rap from last season.
No,
So
God
that's what his
damn
ringer
it.
is. It's mixed very low, so I didn't notice it until Daniel told me what it was.
That's hilarious.
But
Well, and it's
it
only
sounds
3
good,
seconds of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds fine. It's like, oh, Jean likes techno, I guess.
Yeah.
I can see that a rave.
No.
But now, yeah. So basically, what the end of chapter 11 had no music, and the beginning doesn't, because it was like it's a time to take a rest from the music and just hear the chaos and everything. And in this case, you kind of want, because the rest of this episode's gonna have a bunch of action music and stuff. So it's like we have a few moments without it, and then just jump right in.
That shot, or that whole scene just kind of makes me so sad, just knowing Ren and Nora's backstory. I can't wait for you guys to...
I don't know
get-
it. Don't spoil it.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
it
not
either.
gonna spoil it, but
I know
I can't wait to hear it.
it's like, that scene, later on you'll go back and watch this volume and be like, oh.
A lot of grim.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
ton of
bad
grim.
day.
And
Things just ain't going right today.
And the Beowulfs are in heat.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Is that what you did with the sound?
We don't even know how they mate.
No, it's just a running joke that they need to fix the tails because they're always pointed up, which is what happens when animals are in heat.
Correct.
You know way too
But
much
only
about the
females
animal.
Yeah.
can be in heat, right? So
Huh?
are all Beowulfs female?
I have
Under
no
that
idea.
I
logic?
thought they were all soulless anyway.
Whoa.
Do they actually breed or do they just
Jesus.
spawn?
Well, no, the Oobleck was explaining that they, well, they're.
Yeah, I don't get the audio when I'm compositing.
Yeah, even when I'm reviewing stuff, I often don't have the audio on just because I can't look at what's going on if I'm hearing the story. and so I have not heard it a lot of times. I've seen it a lot of times.
You know, it's so funny. The snake. All the animators pretty much hate working with the snake because it's such a complicated rig to do. It's basically one giant spine that goes both ways, but it's one of my favorite creatures.
I like how the snake moves, though. They work with it.
They do very well. It's just, you know, I know it's more
The
frustrating
process,
than
though.
say for
Yeah.
the Beowulf.
It was difficult last year figuring out how to get that white to black transition on the snake.
We actually ended up with 3 different versions
Yeah.
of the snake. We had the black snake, the white snake, and then the one that was in the middle. So that way we could switch out between them.
Because we needed it for when Ren was getting all...
Like coiling, yeah. Which I also don't know how Monty pulled that off. He's amazing.
The creep is my favorite, I think, Grim now, because I got to play with the sound a little bit more, where it's like it's not just a roar, it's like this like really screechy like kind of
almost dinosaur.
Jesus Christ,
kind of like a small raptor.
That's some rage.
Like the thing that gets Newman in Jurassic Park.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see this.
Yeah.
Nice camera shake, Joel.
Yeah.
Joel, man.
It's good to see
One of our animators.
John channel his anger.
There's a new line there.
Well, yep, that's up to date.
I love the friendship between these two guys. It's from episode 1. It's been fun to just watch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Carrie and Michael are friends, and it's nice to see some translation
across.
of that.
It really does.
Yeah. I love that where he drops a badge. It's like he's pooping. Poop.
You and the poop.
It's like when you shit a brick.
Thanks, Maggie, for the description.
I mean, I love Atlas's music.
Jesus.
Like, it's just so hopeful and like, we got this.
Yeah, I was excited to
No, I
get to
see
work
is
with these
that
robots.
I just see these machines pooping out the stormtroopers.
And this song just reminds me of Top Gun.
Sorry, I don't know.
I've never seen Top Gun, but I feel like this song would be in Top Gun.
Had to figure out a way that so Atlas
I love that show.
Atlas comes from like their technology is much more developed in the fact that like everything's like
They want to be on the cutting edge.
They want to be on the
wanna
cutting
innovate.
edge. So even their guns, I was able to they have more of a pulse. It's not bullets.
Yeah, they're
you know?
definitely energy weapons.
They're energy weapons, but so that was fun to kind of design and figure out, as opposed to these, which are gonna sound like just a really strong Magnum.
Katie does such
pistol.
an amazing job with Emerald.
So does Shane, because he like takes it to pride because it's Katie.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
awesome
they really
to see
work
that
well
dynamic.
off of that.
Because they're married, in case you didn't know, the voice actor for Emerald and one of our lead animators.
Yep.
And Shane likes to grab her scenes because he gets to animate his
he gets
wife.
to do her
It's
justice.
fun.
Yeah, definitely.
So he does a really good job with it. And Team Coffee, what everyone has been asking for on Tumblr.
So I haven't, at the time of this recording, I have not sound designed this sequence. So I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, there's going to be so much exploding things and bones and chain guns.
I haven't seen any of the animation on these characters. I've just seen it. Wow, that's
I
so
love Yatsuhashi's
cool.
baby face. It's like he's such a big guy, but he has this little tiny baby face.
Yatsuhashi.
I really want to put a balloon pop sound here, but I probably won't.
Why not just do a ball hitting
Jesus.
some pins?
Why not put it? Well, because I did that already with the.
I'm kidding. Please don't put bowling pins.
I'm going to now. Thanks. It's gonna be. It's gonna be
That's
everywhere.
And this is Ashley, right?
That's a big.
Yeah,
deal.
Ashley plays
Coco.
Coco. She's all cool.
I think Goku's a great example of how we continue to push the artistic style of the show in different ways.
Oh my god, yeah. And then it's so sad to me that you guys can't see Velvet's weapon yet, but it's really cool. So when you do, it's gonna be awesome.
It's a popsicle stick.
Yeah, it's a stickly actually.
There are a lot of ways to kill things with popsicle sticks.
I know, that's what I'm saying. She's quite deadly.
It's just Velvet's weapon is too awesome for a fight like this. Like, this fight is awesome.
Coco's
but her
weapon, though.
Oh, yeah. Coco's weapon, not cool for a fight like this.
Just,
her weapon is
doesn't need it.
perfect for a fight like this. Like, her weapon is made to kill mass amounts of Grim.
I don't know. I feel like she's phoning it
Ridiculous
in.
weapon.
It's just,
Well, I mean, she didn't even take off her glasses.
it could have been cooler, is all I'm saying.
Elitist.
Port New Black! Poob! It's gonna be a thing.
Oh, damn it.
What?
So the blades on Port's gun, they
Yeah.
actually fold up and go
Yeah.
into the gun.
And no one ever knows.
Nobody ever knows it.
They'll.
I remember somebody got mad at me last
Yeah.
season for that, and I was like, "No, they go into the gun. He doesn't cut himself every time he shoots his fucking gun."
He worked through the pain.
Jesus.
That's canon now. Can't
that
fight
was,
it.
so not only were they saying let's destroy everything, let's also make it so we can put it back together.
Yeah.
Yep. Seamlessly.
Yeah.
This was a fun ad lib with Gray. When he's actually really, I want to put a blooper reel of just his different outtakes that we don't use, because he'll just come up with puns and just different ridiculous things for Torchwick to
Probably
say.
vents so much through his character.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. It is so funny. But yeah, then we go down to back to the ocean.
Jeff is telling me to be quiet, but the chapter's not over.
I haven't seen this one yet. I'm sorry.
Well, this is our wrap up.
It's the last episode.
It's the last.
There's still like 5 more sequences.
This is the last time you're gonna see Zwei. Jeff, how do you feel?
Oh,
It's the last time
it's
you
kind of
see Team Rwby.
heartbreaking.
How do you feel?
They die right here.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a meteor hits.
Well, apparently Joe does have a variation of this scene where they all fall off the cliff.
Really?
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
awesome.
It's like, how would that change the show?
I just love when Yang lies back and Vi lies back, and then he does a little rub on his back. It's cute. Yay!
Oh my god.
But you can still see the Atlas
Is the water
presence in the
moving?
background.
Oh yeah.
It's twinkling.
That's cool. That's just a matte painting, I guess. That's all After Effects.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's where they would have fallen.
But Vi lives, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah.
You can never kill the dog.
No. You can tease that the dog is dead, but
Ozpin? Ozpin? It's my impression of the councilman.
see, computer sounds. I'm not gonna do them.
I
Just
hate
not gonna do them,
screams.
guys. Do you think that coffee cup should turn into a weapon at some point?
Totally. No.
Because he uses it so often.
That's just the beacon mugs.
We have to talk about something, Patrick.
You don't
people
know the
don't
powers that you
know
play with,
who,
sir.
Or what Ozpin's weapon is yet, right?
We don't know.
We haven't seen
We
it
haven't
yet.
told
It's
anybody.
the coffee mug.
Wow.
Damn it, Jeff!
Sorry, spoiler.
Like, some people actually think that. Like, I've seen several things where people think that.
No, his weapon is not his coffee mug.
Yeah, it's not. That's why you see
You'll
Weiss streaking
find
out
out
of a
later
similar one.
another
and-
season.
Yeah.
He uses
It's
the coffee
badass.
mug to break the desk and then uses the gears as throwing darts.
Very cool.
Don't give them ideas, Jeff.
Sorry. This was a cool shot that Gray and I tried to come up with in order to connect the two scenes, because Ironwood's in that ship talking to Ozpin, so we just wanted to kind of connect the two places, because we never actually see the outside of the ship and Ironwood, so we're
Yeah.
trying to just connect those two things.
These sets would have looked so flat if we didn't have lights, but they're pretty. I like the architecture in them.
Yeah.
No, they're pretty.
We had to really take them apart a few times so that we could make them seem larger than they actually were.
Red versus blue reference.
This site, this set actually reminds me, when we get to the white shot, it reminds me of a Star Wars set, of like when Leia's in the.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right?
It's still got that Cloud City sort of feel to it.
Well, when she's in I think it's the first movie when she's in when she's held captive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And there's a matte painting that goes down the hall, but there's a hall with like different rooms. It just reminded me of that. For
I
some
love that
reason.
we went with the sunset. Because we could have gone with high noon, and I think that would have really flattened the set out a lot more, even with the light in there. But the different colors sort of bring it
I like
out.
the amount of green you put in those lights.
Well, I also
there's no green in there.
I know. I kept trying to push Jeff to put some green in it.
He's just like, but technically it's accurate.
I'm sorry.
the sunset also, we were particular because we needed to make sure that this is all post what just happened, or I guess it's sunrise. I don't know, but we wanted to make sure that this was all one kind of time of day.
Continuous.
Yeah,
sorta.
it was kind of continuous. It wasn't like days apart.
Sure.
Okay,
Jesus.
recasting Torchwick.
I'm perfect.
Yeah.
This is a pretty big reveal for the season. I know a lot of people were hoping for it since it was teased in chapter 1.
I don't know what it is.
Hope you're happy.
Well, okay, let's watch. Let's listen to Patrick's reaction to this reveal.
Oh, this one, right?
I just put my ear to the microphone.
Forgot about
because
this.
I'm an idiot.
Okay, that wasn't as awesome as I was expecting, but thanks, Patrick, for that.
Are we talking through the credits? Is that a thing?
I mean, we say
We're
our
gonna do?
goodbyes.
Yeah.
Well,
Goodbye, everybody.
We,
This
can't-
was fun.
we can't talk through
Thanks
the
for watching
credits.
with
Isn't there more to do?
There's more to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to go finish the show.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, isn't there more to do?
So to wrap up,
Mm.
what do you guys think of volume 2? Like the improvements that we've made, because we started last year, and we've kind of
Yeah,
I
last
think
year
we've
we
come a
didn't know
long
what we
way.
were doing at all. And
I
this
mean,
year,
I don't know.
feel like we kind of have a little bit of a handle on it.
I don't know
so.
how well they translate into the actual show, which I do think they do a good amount, but at least from our side of it, it's immensely improved.
Yeah.
Like, we actually are able to meet a deadline. That's
Seriously,
crazy.
Last year, we a
not
lot of
behind
this
on
technology was
release.
brand new to
Yeah.
99% of the people that were on the crew, and this year we've all just had a much firmer understanding of what we were doing, and I think it's really shown.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot of fun, especially because we already had the assets from last year, so we just got to build new ones and then do.
Which there were a lot of
things to
them, so it's not really a...
It was still fun.
Yeah.
Now that it's
no,
over.
it was fun. It's just it didn't save us much time.
Yeah.
But
Patrick?
No, the season was great. I mean, everything looks a ton better than the last season. I love the first season, where like that. I'm working on it and stuff like that. But the visuals and stuff for this one and how everything came together is really, really fun to see. And it's really, really cool. And I know I speak for all of us. We're really grateful to be working on something like this.
yeah,
Absolutely.
it's amazing to get to work on a project that we really find interesting and helps us learn and grow as artists, but like is still fun to just get to see a reaction that we get for putting them out. It's just so humbling to see how people feel about the show.
Yeah.
When do we get to do a live action version?
Jesus.
Well, it's gonna be like that.
I'm not gonna stage manage.
We're
Is that what you're- is that
We're gonna
what-
do a radio play after the season's
Oh,
wrapped.
there you go. We've
Yeah.
already got half of one here.
Thanks everybody for being on the commentary.
Thanks,
And thanks for
Daniel.
listening.
Thanks for putting up with us for a while.
Thanks for being there with us while we watch it.
Oh, you've had a fuzzy.
And we'll see you next year.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Who are you?
Yang, we have a lot to talk about.